For this afternoon in the TDFL. Alongside of me this afternoon is Sir Robert McKinlay, of course, the 94 Barton medalist is present. Robbie, welcome to you. And you're calling for Albury Wodonga MG today, mate.
Yeah, good afternoon, Lukey. Great to be alongside you again for one of the rare times this season, and great to have your company wherever you may be watching and listening right across the universe, because we know we have them from everywhere. And conditions are pretty good here. I'll tell you what, that rain we've had over the last few days has just freshened this ground up a treat. Little bit of a breeze onto the left side of the screen as you look at it. But, yeah, other than that, we're all set to go here. Things looking good. Yeah,
that's right, Robbie. So we're expecting a top of 11 degrees today. I reckon we've already reached that. And as you said, so the wind blowing towards the Lockhart's Gap Road end. Ground looks absolutely wonderful, as always, at the Sandy Creek Reserve. Rightio, alongside of us, a man who'll be boundary side today for JJ's Waste and Recycling is the Yakandandaroos Games record holder, and that is Scott Scooter Fraser. Scoot, welcome back to Sandy Creek.
Great to be here again for the second week in a row, and welcome, Lukey. Great to have your voice here at the MCG of the Bush.
And David Wink is also with us. He'll be on the Mac Jack Shed Stats this afternoon. No popular man, or more popular man, has strolled down Dean Street in Albury than this man, David. Good morning to you, David, or good afternoon, I should say.
Well, I don't go down Dean Street at night, Luke, because I normally get stuff thrown at me. But it's a perfect day for football today. Big clash. Really looking forward to see whether Barney can take it up to Kiewa Sandy Creek, the only side to beat them so far in 2025. So we're in for a belter of a game, I think.
Yeah, you're right about that, Winks. So back in round one, it was the Barnawartha Tigers up against the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks, and it was the Hawks by 64 points on that occasion, or 11 goals. Guy Telford with 4 for the Hawkers in that one, Connor Newman with 6. And then in round 12, yeah, this was it, at Coulston Park, it was the Barnawartha Tigers by 31 points over the Hawkers. Oscar Wilding with 10 majors back in round 12, and Connor Newman with 4. Scoot, what can you tell us in particular about that game itself, round 12?
I just think everything fell the perfect way for the Tigers. Oscar Wilding was new into the league. They just got it down there enough. He kicked 10 out of 14 goals, and I guess the Hawks just must have had a bit of a bad day.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about the Tigers last week here at the Sandy Creek Reserve? So good. We know the Chiltern Swans are, a little in a bit of trouble at the moment with the injury, but the Tigers impressive, and now they roll into the Sandy Creek Reserve here on second semi-final day. Can they topple the Hawks here and upset the red-hot favourites?
Straight up, their very best football can win today, but the Hawks would have to be a little bit off. There was a bit of a battle last week for the first 3 quarters, and then Barney ran away with it, but that was sort of aided by a couple of injuries to some Chiltern guys. But they're a young side with a few experienced guys at the top end that, like we said this morning, on the all-rounders, Muddy's just going to throw caution to the wind and just let these blokes just go for it. I wouldn't see Muddy tagging anyone. It'd just be get the ball going forward at all costs and have some fun. There's no other way about it, because it's a star-studded lineup from the Hawks.
Now, Robbie, a massive out, of course, for the Barnawartha Tigers today is Seamus Quinn, the Moose.
Yes.
Now, he's attending a wedding in Bali. So Barnawartha's big man, Ruckman, and he's a huge loss for today. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I believe he's in transit at the moment. So, Moose, if you've got Wi-Fi on your flight and you're tuning in, well, g'day to you, mate. And I believe if they had been playing on a Sunday, he would have been available. So,
okay.
But no, the Moose has deserved a spell. I tell you what, he didn't leave anything out in the paddock last Saturday. He was fantastic, and look, they've got a double chance, so it's worked out quite well. And he is a big loss. He was fantastic. He almost plays like a ruck rover as well, and I'm just not sure. And Scotty Fraser, you'll know probably better than me, who might fill the void in the ruck. They didn't bring in Hoffert out of the twos, so it might have to be a Lockie Walker.
Lockie Walker, and they've brought up Peter Jeffries
from
the reserve, so
yep.
He will wear the number 45 jumper. We might have to tone down a little bit in the commentary box here with a minute's silence in remembrance of the fallen police officers on Tuesday, but might be a little bit away. But yeah, be a good ruck duel today. I think Tristan Mann up against Peter Jeffries and Lockie Walker, and I don't know.
They probably start running out of a few options then.
Yeah, but so did Kiewa.
Yep.
Now Cam Evans can play in the ruck. Maybe Telford Guy Telford could get up there a little bit, but I think Tristan Mann will probably carry the ruckload for most of the day.
Will Pritchard with height is possibly another one, but he was so good in defence last week, you wouldn't want to remove him. Absolutely, yeah. So he's got such a big role there. And, look, I think it's pretty obvious. That's why Peter Jeffries has come into the side. He'll get his chance to shine. And, yeah, I think if he can go close to breaking even, he'll have done his job.
Yeah, so very surely, as Scooter alluded to, we will be holding a minute's silence in memory of the two policemen that did lose their lives tragically during the week at Paul-Punker, as the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks make their way out onto the ground this afternoon. And just awaiting the Barnawartha Tigers now, Connor Newnham, Scoot. So he sits on 98 goals for the season. How long do you reckon it will be before we see him break the century in this game today?
I've said the first 10 or 15 minutes. I think the Kiewa boys would like to get it out of the way. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing he didn't get it 2 weeks ago in the last round, but apparently he had 3 guys on him, and the 2 Kiewa blokes that were free were just handballing it to themselves. The Saints blokes wouldn't go anywhere near it, so the Saints wanted a win for the day, and the win was to not let Connor get to 100. So, but I think he'll get it out of the way pretty early. Hopefully they kick to the road end, the Lockhart's Gap road end, and they can get the ball out of the middle pretty early and get it over and done with, because we'll have an invasion, which we've allowed the security.
Well, hoping for, yeah.
I've said I'll be amongst it, and then we'll clear the ground and get back on with it.
Yeah, Scooter Fraser, again, boundary side today for JJ's Waste and Recycling. Robbie McKinlay and Luke Francis calling for Aubrey Wodonga MG and David Wink on the Mac Jack stats. So just waiting. Here they are now, the Barnawartha Tigers, taking this lineup. And this, again, is in recognition of the 2 police officers that lost their life in that tragic incident at Paul-Punker during the week. Kiewa Sandy Creek up against the Barnawartha Tigers. Rightio, David Wink, what are you expecting this afternoon, mate?
Well, I'm expecting the Hawks to come out and really want to send a message. I think they've been the best side all year for a reason. And Barnawartha, it wasn't pretty, but they got it done last week. So I'm expecting them to be up for the fight and have a really close contest, especially around that on-ball brigade. But I think we're in for a ripping contest. Couldn't ask for more perfect weather. We've got a couple of massive matchups. Jamie Paul's coming to the side for Kiewa Sandy Creek. I look through Barnawartha side. If he's down forward, I don't see what matchup they have for him. We mentioned Will Pritchard's game last week on Mark Doolan. He goes to Connor Newnham, or he goes to Guy Telford. Scoots mentioned Lockie Walker in the ruck, and with Peter Jeffries. I think one of those probably plays on Connor, and Will Pritchard goes to Telford. But we'll see how it goes. But I don't see the matchup that they have for Jamie Paul in that 3-pronged attack if he's down in the forward 50, Robbie. Yeah,
that's right. And we just saw in the lineup there before, and it was a wonderful mark of respect by the league and the clubs. The difference in height and the size between Kiewa Sandy Creek and Barnawartha was quite significant. They're a big side, Kiewa. They've got a few more options there. So, Yeah, but sometimes on a little bit of wind around today, favouring to the left-hand side of the screen, sometimes it will bring the ball to ground a little bit more. And so, the smaller men will come into it. And I think that'll be the way to go today for Barney. Just try to move that ball quick. And they can't afford to bang it up in the air, Winky. That'll be really testing fate.
That's the challenge, isn't it, Robbie? I mean, can the Tigers produce enough points? That's the thing, to be able to overcome the goal-kicking heavy artillery of the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks with Connor Newman up there and also Guy Telford. And can't wait to see Telford in action. I haven't actually seen him play live yet, Robbie, so looking forward to that. But I'll tell you what, this is turning into a wonderful day here.
Good crowd.
Yeah, super crowd, second semi-final. And we'll cross down very shortly to Scooter. Hopefully he's got us. He's down there at ground level. Scooter Fraser, tell us what it's like, mate, for JJ's Waste and Recycling down there.
It is absolutely beautiful down here, boys. There's quite a breeze heading to the road end, probably a 3-goal breeze at this stage. It'd certainly be great to see the ball move out of the middle and get kicked straight down that way, because I reckon that if the forwards are in front, it'll be delivered perfectly with this breeze.
And what about the great irony for those who don't know, Scooter? Of course, Adam Mudra, the last premiership coach of the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks, and today in charge of the Barnawartha Tigers.
Yeah, he certainly coached most of these guys today. Well, I think we might be in for a little bit of a surprise. I reckon Muddy's going to... He'll do something that'll amaze us, which he does all the time. But, he's up against it against the Hawks today. Yeah,
for sure. It's quite interesting, isn't it, Robbie, that the last man to lift up the Premiership Cup for Kiewa is now in the Barnawartha Tigers coaching box. Popular man. And I tell you what, hasn't he taken Barnawartha up the ladder? So this year, 13 wins, 5 losses, sitting second. And as we know, Kiewa Sandy Creek, 17-1. The only one they did drop, of course, was to Barnawartha.
Yeah, it's amazing how things do pan out in footy. It's a pretty tight circle, the TDFL. And you got the two coaches, Zach Fulford and Muddy. You wouldn't meet two better blokes. They're very similar in a lot of ways. They've been good footballers themselves, but they know the game. They love the game. We were lucky enough to have Adam Mudra sitting up here doing special comments last year throughout the finals series, and I rated him as one of the best I've ever worked with. With his knowledge of the game and just how he reads the game. So, now he's. And Barnawartha, the appointment of him, it's just been an absolute masterstroke on their behalf, I reckon, Winky. They had been searching for a couple of years to really improve their list and make ground. Well, when you've got a bloke like Muddy looking after a young group like this, Winky, that is the best way that you can get your improvement. And you're starting to see that sort of come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely, Robbie. He's a teacher. You can see... the young guys have just really embraced it. I'm good mates with Seamus Quinn and have spoke to him throughout the year. And he said guys like Tommy Johnson, Caden Withers, Sam Johnson, guys that you probably haven't heard. Like Barnawartha missed the finals last year. Yep. They haven't added anyone. They added Oscar Wilding about 9 games in. But that's the only recruit they had from a side that missed finals. They finished second on the ladder and have really improved this year just from coming in with a game plan, and these young guys have really listened and took on board what Muddy said.
Rightio, we'll cross back down to ground level and catch up with Scooter Fraser. How did the toss go, mate? Who won it?
100-gamer Jack Demizio got to call. He called tails and was wrong. So Brad Del Bosco and the Barney Tigers will head to the Lockhart's Gap Road end with that breeze-assisted first quarter. So they'll be looking to get a jump on the Hawks. Yeah, beautiful, Scoot. And as we know, a bit of rain overnight. How is it underfoot? Oh, it's beautiful, mate. It's a soft 5, as Robbie and I were talking about this morning in racing terms. So no excuses today. Doesn't look like there's any rain clouds around. Partly cloudy and plenty of sunshine. Just that breeze will aid that team going to the road end. But the ground is absolutely perfect.
And just behind Scooter there in the centre square, we've got our umpires for today. So field umpires, a couple of experienced campaigners too, Lukey. We had caught up with Warwick Henderson as we arrived at the ground today, and Warwick, he's always in good form. Still one of the best officiators going around in my book, an experienced campaigner. Warwick Henderson, Jed Palmer and Mason Ring. So we've got 3 really good umpires here today. In the golds, we've got the legend, Steve Goodwin. Gee, he's seen some finals and football matches over the years, and Ken Paul. So, yeah, we're in good hands.
Absolutely. So the Tigers making their way out to their position. So too are the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks. TDFL second semi-final day at the Sandy Creek Reserve. So just who will it be winning their way through to the big dance in a fortnight's time. Wink, who are we taking a look at, mate, today with those Mac Jack stats?
Well, for the Kiewa Sandy Creek horse, we got Jack Hogan, that man Scoop mentioned in his 100th game, Jack Demizio, Jacob Barber, Cooper Daly, Dylan Blazek, Jamie Paul, and Connor Newnham. And then for Barnawartha, Jared Farwell, Tommy Anson, Tom Johnson, Brad Del Bosco, Connor Whiffen, Sam Johnson, and Caden Withers.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. The opening term is for Elders Rural. We're just about ready to go. Umpire Warwick Henderson with the pill at the moment, just getting the last signal from his fellow umpires. Here we go. Who will it be? The brown and gold or the yellow and black through to the big one? Here's a 94 Barton medalist, Robbie McKinlay, to get us going.
Well, Peter Jeffries, here we go, young fella, up from the 2, straight into the action. Hogan came through hard, handballed, it's been deemed a throw. It landed with Jacob Barber. It's going to be a free kick and it's going to go the way of Barnawartha. The ball got kicked out towards the Kiewa Sandy Creek interchange bench here, and no one is getting that ball back except for a young boundary umpire who delivers quite a nice drop punt. So the ball will be cooked back. Peter Jeffries, he'll get in from the 2s. It's a nice left foot kick, inside forward 50 from behind. McDonald got the fist. Coming through hard now, kick off the ground was Josh Spence. It goes wide, they've got the room to move here. Quick hands here. Kiewa just over possessing the ball a little bit off half back here. Hurry kick, works out okay. Hunting along there was Dale Martin, couldn't pick up the ball. Here's Johnson for Barnawartha. That is Tommy Johnson in the blonde hair, and he runs it out over the boundary line. So we've got a boundary throw in, far side of the ground. No score. Second semi-final. It's Kiewa versus Barnawartha. And for Luke Francis for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, so we get a boundary throw in. Left of centre wing on the far side of the ground. There's Tristan Mann. Ball came over the back. So here's Del Bosco. Matt got it out to Farwell. Trujillo over the top. Back to Matt. And then Johnson goes wide. So good work. So the Tigers with possession here on the far side of the ground. So this is Whiffen. Now what can he do here, Connor? He sends it down the line. It's a low ball. Mann got a hand to it. Evans came away, that's Cam, turns it over. Trujillo for the Tigers, low ball going in, and Withers has taken the mark, 45 out.
Well, distance won't be a problem here, Lukey. We saw Buddha Withers last Saturday kick one from the other side of the ground from about 50 out.
Now the umpire, Warwick Henderson, is going to call Withers back. So Caden took his kick, but Warwick all over it, Robbie.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Buddha even passed off there. He's a beautiful kick.
So let's have a look. Caden Withers trying to kick the first major of the second semi. He's going to have to kick it from right on the 50 arc here to the Gap Road end. Slight breeze at his back. He goes for it now. Caden, it's sailing. That is a gem of a goal. That is a Union Hotel goal of the day to Caden Withers. And the Tigers are on the board.
Yeah, 3 inside 50s early for the Barney Tigers. Really
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Done, Swing City.
start here.
And the time clock's not working on the scoreboard, and it looks like the scoreboard's not working either. So just a couple of little early challenges there, but I reckon we're about 3 minutes in that one. And that's why Lukey thought, I'm not sure why Buddha even thought about passing off.
That's it,
when
Robbie.
when you can kick like that, you just go back and you slot them through. So good start. They got the win. And here they go again. So handball by Kendellum was chopped off. Kick off the ground by Connor Whiffen was smart. Gathered here now by Johnson. Sammy kicks the ball inside. It's a good one. Finds Brad Del Bosco, who snuck forward. Del Bosco, he's not quite in range. Now he's going to load it up. He drives it to the top of the goal square, and out the back it goes for a minor score. So you can see the breeze there. Scotty Fraser down boundary side, mate, for JJ's Waste and Recycling. There's a bit in that breeze.
Yeah, and you can see that the Barney boys are taking advantage of that. I don't mind long points like that early, as long as you get scoreboard pressure and you can have shots again in the next couple of possessions.
First turn for Elders Rural. Hawks work it out of their back pocket. Low ball, over the back it goes. Anson off the ground, kicking in danger. So Nick Carney's going to pick it up for the Hawks. He's on their true half-back flank. Broadcast side, Hogan wanted it. He's going for him now. Pack goes up, knocked out of bounds. And we will have a boundary throw in. Centre wing, broadcast side. We'll go down to you, Scoot, for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
Almost got a Mac Jack shed stat myself there, but a very good spoil by Barney. The Kiewa boys were out if that had gone forward.
Tristan Mann passed it on nicely there for Jack Hogan. See how that ball held up in the breeze. Kicks, Martin got a cruel bounce. It's sat beautifully for Tommy Johnson. He goes to the wide expanse of the wing. Brad Del Bosco finds Withers. So both those players been heavily involved early. Withers loads up, drops it 20 out from goal. Wilding's behind. Ball comes aground. Chance for Evans. Tackle was missed. Now it was a free kick. It might have been a bit high, was it? It is.
Holding the ball.
Holding the ball. Free kick is going to go the way of the Barnawartha side, and it will be the man, Oscar Wilding, who'll go back. Scooter Fraser.
Yeah, very, very good kick at goal. I won't jinx him, but distance won't be a problem. It's just going to be his accuracy.
So Oscar Wilding, who quite famously now kicked 10 goals in that home and away round that stunned the league when Barney won that match. So he'll shoot from 30 out directly in front. Comes in now. Oscar Wilding, kick on the way. Looks good. He loves it. So Barney have got the first 2 goals of the afternoon. They stretched their lead out to 13 points, and we've gone 6 minutes here in the first quarter for Elders Rural, and that's on the Commercial Club scoreboard.
Yeah, this has been a brilliant start for the Barney Tigers. 5 inside 50s and two marks inside forward 50. But when you fall forward, starts the game, getting a hold in the ball free kick. Probably not something the big key forwards are known for, isn't. That would be a really pleasing sign for not only Adam Mudger, but Oscar Wilding's teammates around. There's signs that he's up and about early and ready to take this game head on.
Yeah, dream start for the yellow and black. So back in the middle, Hogan got a boot to it. And the Hawks just thump it forward. Nice work. They move it on to Barber. They go inside 50. Now Martin's got to go back for this. Tommy Johnson in pursuit. Ball out of bounds in the pocket at the Pony Club end. So the boundary umpire about to hurl this one back into play. Let's have a look. A few numbers over the contest. So Telford's going to take it up against Walker. Back in it comes. Guy front spot. Walker couldn't get a hand to it. Withers down low. Got a boot to it. Johnson ends up with it now and then swings it around his body. Gets it right out wide to the outer side. Here's Del Bosco going back. That's Brad in front of Carney. Keeps it in. I think Carney thought it was out of bounds, but the boundary umpire didn't call it. Spence through his hands. Inside 50. Gat Road end. Players through Farwell. And then Robinson down low, tries to get it out to Wilding. He's taken in a tackle. Umpire said play on, so he's letting them go. And Farwell's now got it. And we will have a stoppage, Wink.
Yeah, it is a stoppage, Lukey, and we're just having a few technical issues here, so just bear with me.
You stay with it, Winky.
Beautiful. Sammy Johnson taken out of bounds. We'll go down to you, Scoot, for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
Just to pick up on a couple of matchups, Cam Evans has gone to Josh Spence. Tommy Anson down the other end on Blazic. Lockie Walker, as you mentioned, is on Telford. And Will Pritchard starting on Connor Newnham.
So when it goes, that holds up into the breeze, that throw in. And Barney just track it nicely to the boundary line. Jack Robinson escorts it out over the boundary line. So it's inside forward 50 for Barnawartha, about 35 around from their goals. Caden Withers kicked the first goal of the afternoon, followed up by Oscar Wilding. They currently lead 2-1, 13-0. That is on the Commercial Club scoreboard. And the Jappo Donks time clock has been just... Here comes Johnson through the pack, high up and under. And the mark's been taken there for Barnawartha. It might be Brad Del Bosco. It's not Brad, it's Matty Del Bosco has it. And he'll kick it from probably around about 42 metres.
Yeah, well, with the breeze to their back, Robbie, we've obviously seen what's happened in the early stage of the opening term with Caden Winters and Oscar Wilding. So now a chance of their third early.
Little bit left to right, perhaps. Matt Del Bosco. Kick on the way. It looks good. He celebrates early. A Union Hotel Goal of the Day contender from Matty Del Bosco. Barney have got 3, and they lead it by 19 points. We've gone around about 10 minutes.
Down to you, Scoot, for JJ's.
Well, at this stage, that 3-goal breeze is spot on that I said. But what a great set shots at goal they've had, the Barney boys, and this is what they need. They do need to get that few-goal buffer because the Hawks will be coming at the next quarter when they've got the breeze.
Scooter Fraser parked out in his media centre here at the Sandy Creek Reserve on a wonderful day. So we were expecting 11. Surely it's hit that. Now Whiffen and also Hogan just bustling in the middle. Let's have a look here. So man gets up high, knocks it away. Hogan came tearing through. Matt Del Bosco got it away. He's Whiffen. He sends it down. So just left of centre wing. Players work away at it. That was Jeffries down low. And the umpire is going to take it. So at the moment, we've got 19 playing nil. That's right, 3-1-19. The Barnawartha Tigers lead over the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks. That's on the Commercial Club scoreboard. First turns for Elders Royal on the TDFL live stream. He's Withers. And he goes wide to Matt Del Bosco. So they're about 70 out. He wants to steer one in. Pack goes up. Robertson got a hand to it. Spence gets the handball out. And then back to Brad Del Bosco around the body. Ooh, he's missed it. It's gone through for 1- score. So 3-2-20. 3-2-20. The Tigers lead over the Hawkers, yet to score on the Commercial Club scoreboard.
Gee, they made a great start. Yes, they have got the breeze, but they are just looking a little bit sharper around the ball as Nick Carney will bring the ball back in. Played all 18 games this year, Nick Carney. Plays on, drives it long. Mark missed there by Cooper Daly. Quick kick now. Into half forward, centre wing. Pivoting, swivelling there was McDonald. He bundled over the boundary line. It was a good tackle. It was a good decision from Mason. It was Jack McDonald, the man who was helped out over the boundary line. And up and about here, Barney. They lead it 20-0. Around about 12 or 13 minutes gone. Farwell through traffic. Look away, handball to Whiffen was outstanding. Whiffen drives the ball long to the pocket. Look out, Welding! Can't quite rein it in. And the ball just had too much on it. The wind carried it, and it's out of bounds on the full. Lukey Francis. So it's Barney leading 20-0. What a start.
Absolutely, Robbie. So Nick Carney with the ball. Now, Scooter, Declan Rocco has bleached his hair during the week.
I was just about to point that out, boys, because if Sam Johnson and Rocco are near the ball at the same time, and Isaac Evans is quite blonde as well, so commentator's nightmare with the peroxide.
Yeah, I thought, what are two Tommy Johnsons doing out there? So Rocco's dyed his hair since last Sunday, Robbie.
Yeah, good on him.
There you go. Here he is here. So he got a hand to that. Now the Hawkers come away through Cooper Daly. Now this ball is coming back, is it? They're going to get the advantage.
Yeah, it was silly from Johnson. He just pushed the man in the back. Didn't have to do it.
Chelford goes wide into the pocket. Newnham. Here we go. So he sits on 98 goals for the year. A chance at 99, Scoot.
Well, he's got a couple of minutes to get the second one, and I'll be right within 10 or 15 minutes. But this is going to be a tough shot. He needs to set it outside the right-hand goal post. That breeze is going to take it quite a bit.
And you don't need me to tell you, he absolutely needs to kick it. At the moment, 3-2-20, they trail the Hawkers. Barnawartha have had a scintillating start to this second semi-final. Connor Newnham comes in. No, he's pushed it right. It's through for 1- score. So they register their first behind of the game. 20 plays one here on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Yellow and black up.
No wind assistance whatsoever with that kick.
Yeah. It's sort of it's probably straight down the ground right now. Now Johnson, Sammy for Barnawartha plays on. Kick is high over the back. Here's Buddha Withers. He's had plenty of the footy. Look away handball to Scammell, and he's been penalised for incorrect disposal. Was Caden Withers. Vantage rule paid, was it? No, it's going to have to come back. So everyone's a little bit confused out here. Umpire Mason Ring is just making his move on the scene now, and he's restored order. Scooter, did you see something that I didn't see?
I can see a lot of people shaking their heads at it.
All right. Well, Jacob Barber has the ball in hand. He drives it long into the goal square. Newnham takes up front position. Ball ends up out over the back. It was fisted away by a couple of the Barnawartha defenders. Whoa, that's a bit high. And now there's a little bit of a how do you do about to go on. No, there won't. And the free kick will be taken by Jack Chesser at half-back for Barney. They lead 20-1. Here's Luke Francis for Albury-Wodonga MG.
Yeah, Chesser back into the team for the Tigers this week. Let's have a look. Spence got it knocked away by Carney. Man goes after it. Josh Spence with a boot to it. Ball's already gone across the line. That wouldn't be far from you, Scoot.
Almost got another possession, boys. A big contest there, but everyone flew and no one was behind the pack to get the crumbs.
Rightio. Let's have a look. It's Carter this time. Up against Man. Nice work from the Hawks. Here's Barber, left foot, Telford down low. And he swings it out the front of the contest with a handball. On breaking through for Kiewa Sandy Creek was Jamie Paul. Here's Hicks. And that ball has gone across the line in front of the interchange bench. Rightio, so we're lost David Wink for the moment. Wink's just got a technical hitch with his microphone. So, Scoot, we might go down to you, mate, for JJ's waist.
All right, here we go, out over the back here. Jacob Barber's hands were clever. Got it to Timmy Candellin. Kick went over the head of the Barnawartha player there, and Stanek Clark. Now going in hard there again, burrowing in was a couple of the Hawks. And we're going to have ourselves a ball up. So we're going to ball up. No one in the goal square, which is interesting. The ball sits 30 metres out from the Kiewa Sandy Creek goal. And this is a real opportunity here for Kiewa. You see Martin running onto the ground now, heading straight for the goal square. Off half back. Oh, that might be a free kick. No, play on was a call. I thought it might have been incorrect disposal of the football. Umpire Warwick Henderson doesn't miss too much. And he said, give it to me, fellas. Got to ball it up. 30 out from Kiewa's goal. They trail by 19 points.
Telford and Carter. Telford tried to grab it. Carter back at Bootslace level. And he's taken in by Cooper Daly. Gone.
Yep.
Wow. That was a quick call. But Cooper Daly's going to take the kick, Scoot.
Yeah, this is how last week started too, boys. The umpire was a little bit quick on it, and then they realised it mightn't be the best way to go about it.
So we've got about 15 for Jappo Donks in the opening term. I reckon that scoreboard time clock's a couple of minutes behind, Robbie.
Maybe 3.
Yeah. 20 playing 1. Barnawartha are up. Cooper Daly looking at the Hawks first. From 40 out. Pony Club in. He steers it and he's got it. Cooper's kicked it and the Hawkers hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, good finish into the breeze there. I think what he learned from that one, Scooter, he kicked
looking at the Hawks first. From 40 out. Pony Club in. He steers it and he's got it. Cooper's kicked it and the Hawkers
post height as well, so kept it out of that breeze. Looks like if you're going to have a long range shot at that end, kicking it high is going to be not the best way to go.
Alrighty, back in the middle, and umpire Jed Palmer flings in the air. Man, was a good tap. Got it now to Jamie Paul, gets his first touch of the afternoon. Handball back to Man, drives it long. Here is Guy Telford. And a 50-metre penalty, so you can mark this one down to Guy Telford. Not sure what the 50 was for. Umpire Mason Ring was Johnny on the spot. And this will be a quick reply again for Kiewa Sandy Creek into this breeze. So the margin was out to 20 points at one stage, and it is about to come back now to just 7 points because Guy Telford comes in and he bangs it into the Pony Club facility, and Kiewa get their second, and all of a sudden the margin's back to 7 points. And the good news is he's back. The margin was out to 20 points at one stage, and it is about to come back now to just 7 points because Guy Telford comes in and he bangs.
You know, Barnawartha, they had 5 of the first 5 inside 50s of the game. That's now evened up now. 5 to Kiewa Sandy Creek, 8 to the Barney Tigers.
Beautiful. I think the 50 was against Rocco from encroaching on the mark, but he was so confused. And Walker was standing there still, turned around, 50 against Rocco, and march of the goal square was Telford, and he's kicked a goal. So there you go, back in the middle. Let's have a look.
I reckon you worked that out pretty well, Lukey.
Yeah, gee, Rocco didn't know what was going on there for a moment. Let's have a look. Hicks. So they win it away, the Tigers through Jeffries. Now Man tried to get it up. Spence, he's worked his way into the middle. Tommy Johnson goes off the ground. Here's Barber. Left foot as he sends it inside 50. Pony Club end again. Hogan front spot. Telford, almost a throw, I reckon. McDonald goes wide. Nice to Hogan. Now Newnham saying, kick it out in front of me. Or that nearly turned out all right. Wasn't intended. Newnham, right foot around his body. Let's have a look. Is the mark going to be paid? Yes, it is. And Dale Martin takes it 15 out directly in front. So Martin will have a chance here at kicking the Sandy Creek Hawks third. So Barnawartha, of course, with the first 3 goals. And would you believe it, the Hawkers had a chance here kicking the second 3. He's got it. He's got a Dale Martin. So 20 plays 19 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Barney up by a point.
He's kicked nearly 30 goals for the year, Dale Martin. Been a really important piece to what they've done, along with Connor Newnham and Guy Telford down there. He's a real agile small forward who can, put a lot of defensive pressure on too, Robbie.
Yeah, and one of the things that's really become evident, I think, Scotty Fraser, is the dominance of Tristan Mann in the ruck. He's getting his hands onto it and putting it into a really good position for those on-ballers.
Yeah, I was going to say that centre clearance was just directly from his that height advantage. Get those on-ballers onto it, and they just got the ball flowing forward.
Good, crisp, clean game of footy here. 20-19, Barney lead. Just over 20 minutes have ticked away. Farwell through traffic. Handball back to Chesser. Then the left foot driving kick was by PJ Jeffries. In towards half forward. Paddling away. They've got some numbers around the ball here, Barney. They just cannot get it out. It's like a rugby union scrum there at the moment. There's a high tackle there. Just a little bit careless there from Grub Evans. Now there'll be a 50. Spence knocked Barber to the ground. So another 50-metre penalty. This will take the ball between wing and half forward. Jed Palmer is still going. That's a nice little stretch. Barber's kick, good. Telford's burly chest almost bruised the Sharon off the pigskin. And big guy. Scooter, has he got the journey?
Oh, for sure, boys. This is his bread and butter.
Righto. He's going to have to kick it from 50, Scoot. The breeze has subsided somewhat. Guy Telford on the way. Gee, it's not bad off the boot. Oh, Newnham! Connor Newnham's marked a metre out between the behind post and the goal post. He's just being lined up here by umpire Mason Ring in a very authoritative demonstration. And Newnham to make it 99 and put the Hawks in front for the first time today. Connor Newnham, he'll kick it from 8 metres, kick on the way, and he's got it. Newnham's got 99. The Hawks hit the front. And Sandy Creek is alive and well with expectation. 25-20, Kiewa lead. That's on the Commercial Club scoreboard for Elders Rural, David Wink.
Yeah, Connor Newnham, he'll be very relieved once he gets his out of the way so he can stop thinking about it. But you just see how big and strong he is. The ball's coming in, he's just so powerful and takes the mark in the pack situation. Then goes back and kicks it to the big sticks, which he has been known to be a little bit wayward at times, Connor. But the Kiewa Sandy Creek have really put the foot down in these last 6 or 7 minutes, haven't they, boys?
Yeah, haven't they, White? So Barney with the first 3 majors, Kiewa with the next 4. And the Hawks lead by 5 points in the Commercial Club scoreboard. First turn for Elders Rural. Hicks out of the middle. They go forward again. Here's Bartel. He'll be looking for Newnham. Will he get him? Over the back it goes. Telford and also Walker. Scammell for the Tigers. Just thumps it out. Whiffen. Couldn't get a fist to it. Bartel. He'll try and hook it back again. So he's at bootlace level searching for it. Pritchard with him. Ball out of bounds. We'll go back down to you, Scoot, for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
Well, it's probably one of the best Falcons I've seen. Is it Jack Hogan?
Yeah, Hoag's got it.
In the pocket. Pony Club in. Umpire back to hurl it back into play. Newnham trying to grab it out of the ruck. Whiffen. Here goes Withers. Handballs out. Hallinan gets it back to Hogan. So they retreat a little. Right foot around his body. Bartel again. Gee, he's been busy in the last few moments here, Wink.
He certainly has. He's been an absolute gun of this competition for a long, long time. He's just so crafty and normally pretty good shot on goal as well, Lukey.
So this would give the Hawks 5 straight, or the last 5 straight of the game in the opening term. So after that slow start, they've really found their groove. Jason Bartel, 30 out, Pony Club end, and he steers it through. He puts it through all right. 31 plays 20 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Hawkers up. Back down to you, Scoot, for JJ's Waste.
Yeah, never in doubt with Jace Bartle. If he gets a shot inside 30, you can pretty much get your ink out and put it down. He's very, very good around goals. Set shots aren't probably the most common thing for him because he's so nippy around the packs. But in the right spot at the right time, nice chest mark and put it straight through the middle for the Hawks.
Very free-flowing contest we've got on here at the moment. 8 goals scored so far. So Kiewa after trailing by 20, lead it by 11. Here comes Jamie Paul out of the middle. It's Newnham watch from here. Ball comes low to ground. A good mark taken by Lockie Walker. Low to the ground in front of Guy Telford. And Walker will kick 30 out from his own goal line. Comes down the clubroom side of the ground from behind. A good spoil there by Kindellan. And it's going to be ran out over the boundary line. It'll be thrown in right in front of the interchange box here. And a pretty good crowd here, clubroom side of the ground. This is where it all happens at Sandy Creek. It's Kiewa 31, leading Barnawartha 20. And for Albury-Wodonga MG, I can see Lukey Francis, a new one of those. Here he is.
Let's have a look, Robbie. So Jeffrey's got it down. Hawks bringing up towards the interchange gates. Blasick slipped over Dylan. Now, can he find some space? He goes short. Withers picked it off beautifully. He's already got a goal in this game, Caden. Went into Sammy Johnson, trying to pick it up. Had his haunches, holding free kick.
Played it well, Sammy.
True half back. He wants the corridor, gets Farwell. Back to Sammy Johnson. Oh, look at this, has a bounce, he's gone.
High.
Against Vogel.
The initial contact, to be fair, was high, and it must be a legal tackle, Luke.
Good call, Robbie McKinlay. So Tommy Johnson with it. And they want to send it right out wide here to Trujillo. So Cohen, Trujillo. Angling back towards the corridor, miss Sammy Johnson. Spence to Johnson. Handballs. Oh, gee, they were under pressure. Whiffen did well to get it back to Sammy. Misses Whiffen with the hand pass. Have a holding free kick. So the luck and the cards are falling the Tigers' way at present. Whiffen, he's 65 out. Trail by 11 points in the opening turn. Tries to spear it in. Couldn't find Wilding. This is Cooper Daly. They work it back, the Hawks. Now to the pocket, and they pick up Demizio.
Yeah, Jack Demizio. Game 100 for his Hawks. Very good career too with Wodonga Raiders in the O&M. Jack Demizio, a representative of the O&M. Drives it long here. Underneath it here is Jack Hogan. He read it beautifully into the wind. Just that little bit of experience there. So Jack Hogan, he'll drive it towards the middle of the ground. Lockie Walker will run at it. Couldn't take it. Ball spills free. Chance here for Tommy Johnson. The blonde-headed wonder kicks it into half forward. Ball spills free now. They got numbers over the footy there. Cam Evans was good. Kick off the ground by Mann. Cooper Daly with poise. Gavard had a look out the back. Handball was good to Demizio. Kicks the ball to midfield. Barney have got all the numbers. They need someone to stay down. The man who marked it 3-on-1 was Jacob Barber. Took an absolute beauty there, Lukey. And Barber plays on. He'll drive it long to half forward.
Yeah, great outdoors mark of the day. But the Tigers bring it away. Brad Del Bosco. And he goes down to half back. Back there, Evans. Cam takes the mark. Plays on to Mann. So what can they work from here? Here goes Vogel. Now he wants to switch. Sends it right across the ground. So Carney's on the move here. Let's see what Nick can spot up here. Down to half forward, finding Dale Martin. Now Hogan's on if he wants to use him. He sees Jack. He's about to thump it in. Here's a chance for Newnham. Couldn't take the mark. Well done by Pritchard. Racing after the ball. Martin came flying through. Hogan plays on, gets a handball out. Brad Del Bosco. Well, collided with Anson. Martin gets out the back. Right foot snap around his body. Dale Martin, he's just missed it. Through for one minor score to the Pony Club end. We'll go to David Wink, thanks to Mac Jack.
Yeah, Barnawartha just been bombarded here. 10 inside 50s, and I reckon they've had 10 of the last 15 for the game. So Barnawartha really under pressure here, but some big numbers. Jacob Barber really stepping up. He's had 7 stats on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
Brad Del Bosco will bring the ball back in. He stands right on the edge of the square. He runs his full measure and he drives a 55-metre kick towards centre wing. Man went up, ball come down, whistle, free kick. It'll go the way of Josh Spence for Barnawartha. No advantage played there. So Spence, almost true centre wing. Scoreboard side of the ground. Kicks okay. They trail by 12 points to Barnawartha. Finds Buddha Withers. Just on the forward side of centre wing for Barnawartha. Withers goes short. Kicks okay. It's a good one. He finds Tommy Carter. Carter now off the left foot. Bit of depth in the kick. No one over the back. The mark, is it going to be paid? It will. The mark has been taken by Jack Chesser. If he didn't get paid the mark, he might have been paid a little bit of front on interference, Scotty Fraser, but Chesser will go back and have a ping.
Yeah, I thought the umpire signalled chopping the arms
Yes.
there, mate. So,
Yep.
yep, either way, it's going to be a shot at goal for Jack. Perfect spot on the field. Wind's coming across his left shoulder.
So he's looking for a little personal milestone himself today. He has 48 goals for the season, Jack Chesser. Missed last week. Comes in, kick on the way, and he's banged it through for a goal! Right on the siren. Barney get one that they needed. So they kicked the first 3. Kiewa kicked the next 5. Barney got the last. Kiewa lead 5-2-32 to Barnawartha 4-2-26. It's a cracking game, Lukey Francis.
It certainly is, Robbie McKinlay. It's the TDFL finals for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
CADMAC want your machinery to keep working as hard as you do. So, as you're gearing up for the busy season, now is the time to stock up on your machinery oil and net wrap. For a limited time, get a free cap when you buy 20 litres of any New Holland oil. Or get a free jacket with every pallet of New Holland net wrap or bale twine. These offers are only available at CADMAC and while stocks last. CADMAC, helping you grow for life. T's and C's apply.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
Need a computer that won't crash? Need your Wi-Fi turbocharged? Need better data backup? Whatever you need your computer to do, Wangaratta Computers will help you do it better. Because that's what we do best. wangarattacomputers.com.au.
Write it, space it, and erase it.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, Move it, shift it, no fuss. Talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Guns Twin City Cranes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And welcome back to the Sandy Creek Reserve. And at the first break here, it is the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks leading 5-32 to the Barnawartha Tigers 4-26. Very breezy, Robbie McKinlay. It picked up in that quarter. And I tell you what, the Barnawartha Tigers got off to a flying start. The first 3 goals of the game with the breeze. But then the Hawks responded. And, well, the bookend of the quarter was Jack Chesser. So the Tigers did respond. But, by gee, we've had an entertaining start of the second semi-final.
Oh, it's been great footy, Lukey. Very easy to watch. And considering the breeze, the ball's been really, I suppose, possessed really well. The ball handling's been good. Both sides love to run the football. They don't get too sort of worried about any off the ball or anything like that. They're just pretty disciplined, both sides. That comes through with the coaching. And, yeah, entertaining. I thought Kiewa showed great poise, the way they were able to bounce back after having 3 quick goals put on them. To respond with the next 5, I thought Winky was outstanding, and that's why they're the top of the ladder, and they never panicked at any stage, and they just found some composure.
Yeah, well, that's right, Robbie. They didn't panic whatsoever, and then after withholding the storm at the Barnawartha Tigers threw at them early, they were able to take control of the game and probably control the quarter, to be honest.
Yeah, I did, and I think they really did. I'm not sure what the inside 50s ended up being there. Winky, but
10 apiece.
10 apiece. There you go. Hey, just some of our quarters best there for Wade Smith Plumbing. I thought, Luke, Tristan Mann was fantastic in the ruck. He's going to have that advantage all day. Cooper Daly was good. And also Dale Martin looked dangerous up forward as well, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely, Robbie. Rightio. We'll go down to ground level and see if we can catch up with Scooter Fraser. Now, the Barnawartha Tigers were held in for quite a while there, Scoop, by Adam Mudra.
Yeah, thanks to Adam Mudra, I got to get to both huddles. Zach Fulford was really happy with the way they got the ascendancy. He used the word ascendancy there quite a few times in that huddle. But that quarter, that's what he meant, was against the wind, being able to control the football. And then on the flip side, Adam Mudra said it wasn't the wind that got them in those first 3 goals and in front. It was their domination of the footy, and then they let it go. So he's implored his on-ballers to get first use of the ball, and he did point out that Tristan Mann is dominating in the ruck for the Hawks, so that's one area they need to work on.
Yeah, great work from Scooter Fraser. So the first goal of the game to Caden Withers, the second to Oscar Wilding and Matt Del Bosco. They were the 3 for the Tigers. Then Cooper Daly, Guy Telford, Dale Martin and Connor Newman picked up his 99th goal of the season. It was then a goal to Jason Bartell from the Hawks, and Jack Chesser kicked the final goal of the term for the Tigers. So we're almost set to go in the second. Umpire just cast his eye across the ground for one last time. So at the moment, we've got Kiewa Sandy Creek leading by 6 points. The second term for McGregor Machinery, and here is Robbie McKinlay.
Yeah, umpire Jed Palmer will get proceedings underway. So Kiewa with the advantage of the breeze. Barber got his hands on it. Couldn't do a lot with it. Out the back here was Johnson. Drove the ball to half forward. They got numbers back. Carney dropped what he should have taken. Perhaps handball to Barber was good. Inside ball to Vogel. He got through traffic. He drives it into half forward. There he is, Mr. Reliable. Brad Del Bosco marks at half back for the Barnawartha Tigers. If you've just joined us and you're wondering how Connor Newnham's going in his pursuit of 100 goals, he got 1 that quarter. He sits on 99. 99 goals for the season to Connor Newnham. Now off half back here, Stanek Clark. Kicks it again to Walker. Chipping kick to half forward. Over the back it goes. They got numbers there. Alex Daly was good. Got it to Bartell for Kiewa. Drives it to half forward. Behind is Newnham. Oh, he played on as a call. He got a look away handball over the back. Carney was trying to run onto it. Coming back at it hard again now was Jamie Paul. Inside handball was targeted for Newnham. It's missed. Intercepted by Trujillo and Barney. Well, they don't get out of trouble yet. It's further deep entry here. Telford! Big guy Telford. There's a lot of focus on Connor Newnham, but this fella here, he is a colossus down 40 marks. 20 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, Guy Telford, he is, Robbie. So here he is the Man Mountain about to put one through to the Gap Road end.
Looking for gold number 78 for the year, and he's got it. So Telford has 2 this afternoon, and the Hawks extend that lead now. A Union Hotel goal of the day. And we look at that scoreboard now for Inspirations Paint. It's 6-2-38 to Barnawartha 4-2-26.
It certainly is, Robbie, and we Kiewa going with the win. They seem to be able to hold that ball in the early part of this quarter inside their forward 50 and the scoring options they have down forward. It's really scary for opposition side. You got Connor Newnham, who we're talking about, looking to kick his 100th goal. And then you got Guy Telford, who's been one of the best full forwards in this region for the best part of 15 years. And he, when his hands go up like that, there's no moving him.
Farwell got the handball off to Withers. Matt Del Bosco ducks back inside, gets it on the boot. Spence. Oh, nice try from McDonald to spoil it, but Josh, strong hands. And he plays on. Left foot high ball. Now he sends it down there. Let's have a look. Good, strong contest. Oh, Sammy Johnson came flying through, tried to get a boot to it. Vogel, right foot, trying to sneak it out of the back line. McDonald's gone here, Alex. And the umpire is about to take it in. So 45 out.
Good call.
From the Pony Club end. Second term for McGregor Machinery. Barber. Sam Johnson tried to get him. So it's going to come back to Sammy Johnson.
Yeah, Warwick Henderson spotted that one. He was a non-officiating umpire, but he had a great look at it from the position he had in the forward pocket there, Luke.
So Sam Johnson with it, Robbie. So,
Good kick.
He'd have to kick it every bit of 50. Pony Club end. What do you reckon, Scoot?
Set it up on the right goalpost. He should have the right distance. Accuracy's the key.
Here he goes, Sam. It won't be a goal. It's going across the face, knocked through by Cam Evans for 1 minor score. So 38 plays 27. 38 plays 27. The Hawks up over Barney, thanks to Inspirations Paint.
And bringing the ball back in will be Casey Marr. And he comes to the clubroom side. Kick off. Johnson missed the spoil. Barber read it well. Played on immediately. If Jamie Paul runs onto this, where's Newnham? Keep an eye on Connor. Here comes Jamie Paul. Pivoted left, pivoted right. Drives it long. Newnham from behind. Flies hard. He can't get front position. Was well done there by Will Pritchard. Takes a good steadying mark. He nearly overcooked it. Matty Del Bosco took a good grab off half-back. Comes back inboard. Finds Lockie Walker. And the Tigers are out of trouble as Matty Del Bosco regathers.
Del Bosco into the middle. Man charges onto it. Then on to Hicks and on to Barber. So good work from the Hawkers. They send it right down deep to Telford at the back. He's got it. What a mark from Guy Telford. 3 bites of a cherry. A great outdoors mark of the day, Scoot.
Yeah, it's starting to get to the point where they're really missing Seamus Quinn's height, boys. I think they've got Johnson on Telford, which is, that's just not on. Not tall enough, nowhere near strong enough, and tell him it takes a mark like that.
Yeah, so he's looking at his second. Kick 1 to the Pony Club end. 3rd, I should say. 2 of the Pony Club end of the opening term. Has he got that one? Yes, he has, Guy.
Wow.
He's got it all right. 44 plays 27. The Hawks up over the Tigers on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
One stat that's really standing out and a real dominance at the moment is Kiwa's had 7 marks inside their forward 50. Barnawartha's only managed it 2. That just shows the big key presence a guy like Guy Telford has. And, like Scoop pointed out, they're missing the height of Big Moose at the moment, although he's been playing in the ruck this year. That extra 6'2", 6'3" guy really comes in handy when you have big monsters coming out of the goal square.
Yeah, he's a hell of a target. There's been a few little changes made down there, but they've just yet to be able to nullify the impact there. Here they go again. Left foot by Hicks. Raking little chipper towards Carney here. Brad Del Bosco's there. Did he have the footy? Umpire Palmer said, yep, all good here. And it will be thrown in. So half forward flank. Kiewa into attack. Connor Newnham sits on 99. He's sitting in the goal square at the moment. Guy Telford's about 20 metres in front of him. And the ball sits 60 metres out from the Kiewa goal. Up they go high. Jack Hogan. Might have been lucky to get away with one there. And the umpire says, give it to me. So Lukey will have another ball up. 70 out from the Kiewa goal. And Barnawartha trail by 17 points.
Yeah, let's have a look down there, Robbie. So Jeffrey's got up high. Tommy Johnson Swing. Oh, Spence went up with a high mark. Here's Johnson. Matt Del Bosco. They get it out to Chesser. Chesser, top spinner. Inside 50. Wilding going back. Picks it up. Couldn't get a boot to it. She had to be holding the ball. Alex Daly tackled him. Incorrect disposal. Umpire didn't pay it. Here's Anson. Picks it up. Well done by Hallinan. Gets a boot to ball. Hicks going after it. Heading towards the chalk out there. Going to ground Withers. And he's in a bit of trouble. Down on the deck at the moment, Scoot.
He got pinball.
Little pinball there, yeah. Isn't that interesting? Good defence from Kiewa, though. They didn't even have a possession, and it went from the goal square to where the ball is now. Just kept it going forward off the ground, paddling it along.
Clark Stanek it was, Robbie.
Yeah, so it is Clark Stanek. Yeah, he got it was accidental, but he just got buffeted around. It's like a cork in the ocean sort type of scenario there. Lukey.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, my pleasure. Tommy Johnson has it now. In the middle of the ground, it's a little chipper. Spencer's got to beat a couple, and he can't do that. Ball comes to ground now. Here's a go. Sammy Johnson. Now, Jamie Paul breaks clear. What have Kiewa got on offer? They've got Bartel at the half-forward flank. Nice work over the top there by Clark Stanek. So he's recovered well. He showed good poise. Kick off the ground towards Grub Evans. Evans is going to be clean with the ball. He does. Pops a handball. Oh, it's going to be tight there. Trujillo kicks it into half-forward. It's not good, though. And it's been chopped out and marked there by Nick Carney. Half-back for Kiewa. They lead by 17 points. 8 minutes gone on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Yeah, so Carney sends it out wide. And Clark Stanek sends it back to Anson. So just under the scoreboard here on the far side. Tom Anson, such a reliable defender for the Barney Tigers. Up towards the arc of the 50. Carney at the front. Man came over the top. Cooper Daly down low. Ball came out the side. Hicks feeds it back to Barber, who's been so prominent.
Yeah.
The start of this game. Clark Stanek takes the mark again. So let's see what they can build on from here. At the moment, Kiewa Sandy Creek 44 in front of the Barney Tigers 27. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're going close to 9 for Japo Donks in the second. As they move it out to Pritchard. Now Rocco's on here. Pritchard's winding up. He wants to go longer. Josh Spence over his head. Good roving at the front. To Matt Del Bosco. Look at that for a kick. Into Wilding. Couldn't take it. Ma. Nice front and centre. Man tried to tap it on. Carney gets it out the back. Ma goes again. Ball across the line here. 40 out at the Pony Club end.
Yeah, Oscar Wilding there. He had probably almost 3 players on him. He was no chance. Just got to be careful. They get too Wilding-centric, which is to be expected. See, put a Withers there across half-back. New employee of the great Darren Creswell at Executive Landscapes. And Darren's claiming his newfound kicking style. So that's interesting. Centre wing. Now here's a go. Clark Stanek off half-back. Popped the handball towards Scammell. Good work by Jack Hogan. Oh, it's like a pinball machine in there at the moment. There's bodies going everywhere. Tumbling, falling, diving. And umpire Warwick Henderson says, I'll have it. He'll ball it up. It's in the centre of the ground. Barney trail by 17. Look away tap there. Coming through was Matt Del Bosco. Jared Farwell. He's strong. Geez, he reminds me of his old man these days. He's still going with the ball. Now they're going to bring it out. His old man was a very good prop forward for the old Holbrook Bears back in the Group 13 days, Lukey.
Oh, there you go, Robbie.
Yep.
You know what?
Man Mountain.
He looks like a wood chopper to me, Jared Farwell. You wouldn't want to take him on at the local show. Here's Ma to Hogan. Nice work back to Ma. So they're really working across the boundary line here. Here goes Barber. He gets on his boot. He sends it forward. Newnham, no, he marked it. He's at bootlace level. Look at that work from Dale Martin. Tries to go off the ground, and it's rolled through for 1 minus score. So the Hawkers at the moment 7-3-45, leading the Barnawartha Tigers 4-3-27 thanks to Inspirations Paint. Let's go to David Wink for Mac Jack.
Jacob Barber leading all disposal winners on the ground with 15 on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
Tommy Carter takes a good grab at half-back. Kiewa lead it by 18. Carter had a bit too much on the kick. And Kiewa will bring it up here. Now here's Jamie Paul. There's Telford. There's Newnham. Here comes Connor. Lead to the pocket. And he's had too much on it. And he's not over happy with that kick. Will Pritchard doing a good job there. So he's kept Connor Newnham to 1 goal at the moment. We have gone 11.5 minutes into the second quarter. Telford has 3. And Newnham sits on 99. Forward pocket for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Telford will take the ruck here. Took it out of the ruck. Then dropped it. Carter, hurry kick into midfield. Barney got a chance to reload here. Little bit of fumbling there from Evans. Kiewa again. That might be incorrect disposal. Play on to Evans this time. Can he get rid of it? He's gone, I reckon, Lukey. He's gone. And a free... What's happened here? It's gone.
Wink, did you pick up what happened there?
Yeah, he just shoved Isaac Evans back into the ground and the umpire picked it up and reversed it.
Walker's gone with a long kick. They turn it over. So McDonald with it. So this is Jack. Of course, we've got 2 McDonalds playing today. Jack McDonald in Guernsey, number 5 for the Hawks. And Alex in the 6.
Scoop, was there old man Cam?
I'll get back to you on that
Right.
one.
Cycling, long ball going. The umpires are just conferring. Ball's going to come right back to centre wing on the far side. Might throw it up here.
Go.
Going out of bounds. So Carter and also McDonald. Whiff and try to have a... Hogan's got him. Barber trying to go again. Down by Cooper Daly. Ball close to the line, still in play over there. Another stoppage. Rightio, Wink. Inside 50s.
Way, Loogie. 15 to...
Reasonably pleased with what they've put up.
Penetrate. They can't get a clear mark and then inside 50. So if they can control the ball a little bit more going around that flank and the wing, they might get a bit of scoreboard pressure.
Carter and McDonald go at it. McDonald got the tap. There's Buddha Withers. He didn't have the footy, I don't reckon. Oh, what's the call now? Now, that might be the old square up, is it? No, it's going to go the way of Cooper Daly, right in front of the scoreboard on centre wing, which shows Kiewa Sandy Creek leading 45-27. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. And he goes to the dead side of the ground. I think they've got to have a look at a better avenue to goal in that way too, Scoot. Going to that dead pocket out there a bit. It's a bit hard to bring it back.
Exactly. Get it inside in that corridor. Genealogy update, Robbie.
Yeah.
Cameron is the father of Jack and Alex McDonald.
There you go.
Beautiful work, Scoot, for JJ's Waste and Recycling, second term. Oh dear, oh dear.
Rocco, he's headbutted it.
It's hit him in the bleached hairdo.
Well, he did it. I think they are. Okay, if I'll stuff it, I'll...
Okay, back over there. Let's have a look. Carter. Now, swung around was Kindellan. He's going to take the kick here. So, was Dean Ty. Into the pocket he goes. Newnham. Now, he's got a crack at the century here. Scooter Fraser, what do you reckon?
It looks like there's a few people in the crowd moving around that way, are there?
Oh, yeah. This ground invasion's going to happen, I think.
His young daughter's down here with the Newnham and 29 on her back too, ready to run out for Dad.
Yeah, there's people getting to the fence.
So he sits on 99 goals for the year. Connor Newnham to try and crack the century. He's in the pocket, far side, Lockhart's Gap Road end. Let's have a look. Connor Newnham strolls in. Has he got it?
Yep.
He's got it all right. And watch this. Watch the Hawks fly out of the trees to come and get to him. What a scene here at the Sandy Creek Reserve.
I just took off to run out and I've done a calf, boys. I'm not going to make it out to pat him on the back. What an effort, Connor. 100 goals.
A great scene, Scoot.
It is not one we've seen out here at Sandy Creek for a while. good to see. The last ton was kicked in the home and away season by Ethan Redcliffe from Midder. But good to see. Not as many people as I thought would run out, but anyway.
I remember, I think the last time I've seen 100 brought up in a finals series was a grand final of Thaguna versus Midder. Tommy Stednar won in the first quarter, so there you go. Jack Hogan's handball was pretty good, pretty darn good, and he's found a teammate there in Casey Marr, but he's a good tackle by our man Johnson. Kick's not great, it was at Rocco. He dudded it all right. Here's a go now for Matt Del Bosco. He'd have to try to clean up here. Good work there by Anson. Handball back over to Del Bosco. He's under the pump, and I reckon the boundary line's been a pretty darn good result there for Barnawartha. There's a little bit of push and shove going on, nothing too violent. And it'll be a boundary throw in. 55 around from the Kiewa Sandy Creek Gold. They lead 51-27.
Yeah, boundary throwing. Pain of the 50. Gee, they're screaming from the bench down here. Here's McDonald. Now let's have a look who can get their hands on this peel. Martin. He's been good. Scammel over him. And the umpire again will take it. We'll go to you, Wink, on those MacJack stats.
Yeah, Jacob Barber, he's up to the 6 disposals in this quarter alone. Jamie Paul with 4. And for Barnawartha, Tommy Johnson leading the way with 11 for the game.
Yeah, we're going to have another stoppage here, this time 40 out.
He's called it holding the ball.
He has too. So a very quick call on Cooper Daly. Working down low. Tigers are going to come this side. Oh, Mrs. Walker. Bartell's about to pounce on this. Newnham's free. Goes for it. Gets it. Takes the mark. So really bad skills from the Tigers on that occasion there, Scoot. And a big turnover.
Yeah, they've just got to get a little bit smarter getting that ball from the half-back line through the centre and into the forward 50. Barney, they just haven't had enough composure.
So I reckon Connor Newman would be happy he's got that 100 away early in the second term, or towards the end of his second term, and now he can just settle and play his game. So Connor Newman, looking at his third goal, 45 out, starts it right, doesn't come back at all. And that one has gone through for a minor score. So he sprayed it off the boot, Wink.
Yeah, but the 100 goals ticked off now. He'll be looking forward to just focusing on footy now and getting his side the win.
Yeah, 2 goals, 2 for Connor this afternoon, and 3 goals straight to Guy Telford, who the goal kicking award is named after for the Kiewa Sandy Creek Footy Club, which is quite amazing when you think about it. So Telford himself has 79 goals, so it's almost 180 goals between them. As Carter has it for Barnawartha. He's been amongst their better players today. Goes short, finds Sammy Johnson. He's always up and about. The play goes down. It's Rockow in the middle of the ground. Now here's Jared Farwell in the middle of the ground. Just go wide though. They're pushing the ball wide. Del Bosco's out there. Brad has it between halfback and centre wing. 52-27. Kiewa Sandy Creek lead it. Barney kicked the first 3 goals of the game. Del Bosco drives it long. Up high they go. Good grab taken by the big fellow. Oh, Tristan Mann, and it's been a friendly fire there. He fell over a fallen soldier, which was Cam Evans, and big fella went down, but he's up, Lukey, and he kicks it to the bloke who brought him down, Cam Evans. So peace has been restored, if there was any hint of any animosity.
Yeah, back smoking the peace pipe, Robbie. So here's Evans, and he goes down the line here. Let's have a look at this. Oh, good mark from Brad Del Bosco for the yellow and black. At the moment, they trail in this footy game, 52-27. Second semi-final day. Second term for McGregor Machinery. Right out wide they go. Many players around the pill here. Ball at bootlace level, over the shoulder. So this one's going to go to Robinson. Now he's got Whiffen on in the middle. He's going to ignore him. Robinson goes right down the line looking for Evans over the back. Was a push out? Yes, it was on Chesser. So he's going to receive it. So it's coming back to Jack Chesser.
Lukey, quickly, Myrtleford lead Lavington by 9 points.
Beautiful, Robbie.
In the qualifying final at Bunton Park.
Now Chesser, he thumps it in, goes to the top of the goal square. Big pack flies, double fist to it. Man going after it in the pocket. And he's going to concede a behind to the Tigers. So 52 plays 28. 52 plays 28. The Hawks up over the Tigers on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Carney brings it in, and he'll find Ma at halfback for Kiewa. He goes short, and he finds Josh Hicks. Hicks off the left foot, he'll go backwards, and he finds Nick Carney. So just possessing the ball at the moment. Jack DeMizio's the target. He's too much on it, and it goes out of bounds on the full, and it'll be Scammell who'll bring the ball back in for Barnawartha. Well, to say they need a goal now would be quite an understatement. They trail by a neat 4 goals. That is after they kicked the first 3 goals of the game. Scammell's kick. Robinson couldn't hang on to it. It might have been touched anyway. And Wilding's calling for deliberate. We don't really pay that a lot out here in the sticks. So it'll be a boundary throw in, Lukey Francis. 15 around from the Barney Gold. And we have gone 22 minutes on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard and time clock for Jappo Donks.
Mann and Jeffries. Jeffries at the front. Jeez, numbers around this pill here at the Pony Club end. Sammy Johnson, he had a crack at it. Hicks was with him. And again, we're going to have another stoppage, this time 30 out. Pony Club end. Umpire to take it.
Might take a bit of that McGregor machinery stuff to clear this pack, Lukey.
I reckon you're right about that, Robbie. Carney, he had a crack at it. Ball up in the air. Carter, quick kick out of the pack. No, hasn't gone through.
Evans, I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Evans has had a shot. And Isaac, he couldn't quite sneak it through for a goal. So 1 minus score to the Tigers.
23 points the margin. As we said, this quarter for McGregor machinery. And the ball gets brought back in by Jack McDonald. Sorry, Casey Marr. And Demizio, well, he can keep it in the end. He's tackled high, didn't have the ball. It was a very aggressive tackle there from Buddha Withers. And Jack Demizio will have a true centre wing right in front of us here, right in front of Scotty Fraser there. He'd almost felt the woof of that. Nice solid bump, no downfield free kick there. Good work there by Brad Del Bosco. He just decided he'd punch it out over the boundary line. In fact, it was Lockie Walker who did the golden fist there. It'll be a 50 metres from the Kiewa Sandy Creek goal. Ball will come back in. They lead 52-29. 23 and a half minutes gone.
We'll go back down to you, Scoop, for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
Yeah, a bit disappointing for Barney. They had it down in that forward 50 for a little while and could only get that point, and now Kiewa are going to have a shot.
Here goes Hicks. Left foot, he sends one towards the goal square. Oh, gee, it's only just missed. Through for a minor score. So 53 plays 29. 53 plays 29. The Hawks up over the Tigers in the second term, which is brought to you by McGregor Machinery. Scott Scooter Fraser, David Wink, Robbie McKinlay and Luke Francis with you on the TDFL live stream. As the Tigers come from the fullback position, Telford sits under it. Jeffries got up high. Mann got the handball out to Marr. Looped it over the top. Cooper Daly gets it back to McDonald. Then Barber swings it right out wide. Now here's a chance for Hallinan. He picks it up now. Now what can he spot up? He just goes long. It's coming across the face of goal. Newnham at the back. Big fist out of bounds by Brad Del Bosco. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Those inside 50s, please, for this quarter for Mac Jack stats.
10 to Sandy Creek and 5 to Barney. So I reckon Adam Mudge would be pretty happy that, you know, haven't been totally blown out in this quarter because Kiewa's dominated the territory game.
Yeah, they don't want to concede another goal here. Telford grabbed it out of the ruck. High up and under kick. Who sits underneath it? The boundary line. That's where it'll go. So it's gone out of bounds on the full, actually. Just carried enough. So Barney will bring it back in. They trail by 53-29. Second quarter here for McGregor Machinery. They decide to come the attacking side of the ground. I like it. Pritchard takes a mark. He runs with the ball, drives it to centre wing. Spence, one-on-one. Spence normally wins this situation. Good work there, though, by young McDonald. It was Alex. Now they get just a little bit messy. Rockout was good. His handball couldn't find a partner. Vogel was good. Got it towards Cooper Daly. Cooper Daly went backwards. Back to Marr. Marr for Kiewa. Drives it to half forward. Newnham was there. Ball comes to ground. Jack McDonald's there. Farwell's there for Barnawartha. Put his foot over the head over the ball. Coming through was Barber. Look away. Handball was great to Martin. Got it back onto Casey Marr. Marr through traffic. Straightens up. Delivers. And we've seen it so many times. Brad Del Bosco, a great outdoors player of the day, takes a good relieving mark at halfback for Barnawartha. 26 gone on the Jappo Donks time clock.
Good player, Brad Del Bosco. Or try to get Chesser. Couldn't quite get it to him. Hicks out the back to Cooper Daly. He's having an impact. In they go to Bartel, doesn't waste any time, circles around to Newnham. Great kick by Bartel, but Newnham couldn't mark it. Newnham goes again, Pritchard over him. What's the umpire going to say? He's going to take it in. So 40 out, basically directly in front, Gap Road end. What's your best, Wing? Thanks to Mac Chat.
We've had a winner in the second semi-final over in the B grade, Lukey. Thaguna 39 have defeated Kiewa 36.
Great work. Hicks to Barber. Partially smothered that ball. Telford. Siren beats them, and that brings a long break at the Sandy Creek Reserve in the second semi-final. And at half-time, it is the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks leading 8-5-53 to the Barnawartha Tigers 4-5-29. The Elders Rural half-time show coming up very shortly. We'll get to a break and return on the TDFL stream.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty.
Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Guns Twin City Cranes.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5. And welcome back to the Sandy Creek Reserve. And at halftime, it is the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks 8-5-53, leading the Barnawartha Tigers 4-5-29. The halftime show for the Shed Company on a wonderful day. A little breezy, a little cool, but I tell you what, crowds out in force, Scoot. And we're being treated to some great TDFL footy.
Yeah, good so far, mate. This time last week, we were wondering what was going to happen because it was 3-2.
Yeah.
So, good to see. Barney come out, kicked the first 3 goals of the first quarter, and then Kiewa fought back against the breeze to get in front at quarter time with 3 or 4 straight, wasn't it? And then they used that breeze that quarter, obviously, with Connor bringing up his 100th for the season, and a couple of other really good goals. You know, some good lead-up footy where the ball was flowing into their forward line pretty good. But then when it was coming back out, Barney were getting a couple of good possessions up towards the wing, but just couldn't get that third and fourth one to the half-forward line and get an inside 50 enough. And when they did get it in there, they could only score points.
Yeah, so if you've just joined us, Guy Telford has kicked 3 for the Hawks, and as Scott Scooter Fraser has just mentioned, Connor Newnham has kicked 2 goals, and he's brought up his century, Wink, and it was great to see a few people run onto the ground. As Scoot said, we didn't have a stack of people out there, but, I mean, that's country footy at its best, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is. I reckon if it was down this end, there might have been a few more. I reckon some people thought, it's a bit far away, but congratulations to Connor. Obviously a fantastic footballer for a number of years now in this competition, and to bring up 100 goals, although not in the home and away season, is a tremendous effort.
Tigers got off to a blinding start, as Scoot mentioned. So the first 3 goals of the game, Caden Withers, Oscar Wilding and Matt Del Bosco, all kicking goals with the breeze at their back, sailing through. They were up and about, but then the Hawks just turned it on and kicked the next 5 goals of the game. And the last goal of the opening term was to Jack Chesser. So, gee, we had an entertaining first half, Wink, but thought a wonderful start from both teams to really get this game off the ground.
Yeah, it certainly has been a good game, good tough game of footy, but, you know, they're putting their head over the footy. There's probably been a fair few free kicks at times, but, you know, sometimes that just happens and lets it go. But, you know, the leaders from both sides are really standing up, and, you know, you can see why these 2 sides have been the best 2 sides all year.
Halftime show for the Shed Company. Rightio, Wink, we'll turn our attention to your stat sheet for Mac Jack. Just tell us how it's looking at this point in time.
Well, for a couple of the team stats, I've got 6 apiece for the centre clearances, 15 to 11 free kicks Barnawartha's way, 21 to 15 inside 50s Kiewa's way, 9 marks inside 50 to 2 to Kiewa's way. So that's one area where I think Barnawartha, they want to get Jack Chester and Oscar Wilding a little bit more footy, delivered in there, a little bit better than it has been coming in, because those Kiewa defenders have been chopping it off. And 5 intercept marks to 8. And then leading stat getter for Kiewa Sandy Creek is Jacob Barber. He's got 16. And then for Barnawartha, Brad Del Bosco and Caden Withers both have 10 for the game so far.
You mentioned Jacob Barber. I reckon Cooper Daly, he's done some work for the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks also, hasn't he, Scoot?
Yeah, 2 boys that they just like to put their head over the ball, and they love taking a bump too, and dishing one out.
Speaking of taking a bump and dishing one out, Withers.
Yes.
Caden Withers, doesn't he hit hard?
Yeah, well, he doesn't lack in size, so having a bit of a go. I mean, down here in front of us where he took on Jack Demizio when he didn't have the ball, but then just after that they had had a really good crunch there where which was actually well umpired, I thought, because if Demizio had gone to the ground, they would have given it downfield. But really good to see. And as we have said, Barney have got the breeze this quarter. Hopefully they can, if they can get up level and maybe sneak in front, It's only 4 goals. Hopefully they can get that delivery down into the forward line. Wilding get on the end of a few, and we might have a game on our hands for the last quarter.
How have you seen the ruck duel? Of course, Peter Jeffries with a heck of a job on his hands, coming in for big Seamus Quinn, who's in Bali at the moment, the Moose, attending a wedding. And he's had to play against Tristan Mann, and he's got to put absolutely everything into it and just give all for the Guernsey today.
Yeah. Interestingly, at quarter time, like I said, when we came back from the huddles, that Adam Mudra had actually mentioned of how dominant Mann was. So I guess what you do there is you trim back your effort in the ruck, where Lockie Walker, all right, you don't have to compete all the time. Sounds a bit weird, but he's just getting to that contest, and if the on-ballers can then get the ball after that, that's the easiest thing for Barney to get the ball.
Where I think Tristan Mann is obviously dominating a fair bit in the hit-outs at the moment, but the way he gets back behind, a kick behind the play and helps that Kiewa back 6 out, I think that's a real tick in his game, but he's certainly given them dominance from a ruck perspective.
How have you found Josh Spencer's game so far, Scoot?
He was pretty well checked, I reckon. Cam Evans was on him early. Alex McDonald went on to him as well in the second quarter. He's a guy that is probably one of the first magnets that Zach Fulford is looking at. They know Wilding's a goal kicker, but Spence is someone that can take a ball, take a mark from 60, 65 out and be very damaging from there, whether it's having a shot at long-range shot at goal on the run or hitting a target. I expect a bit from Spence in this second half. Look, they've got the double chance, but Spence would be looking at this as... if they can get through to the grand final from today, could be his second last game. It might be his third last game, but he'll give his all right until the end. He kicked a goal against Yakandanda in about round 9, I think it was, from about 60 out. They were down by 10 points, and he just never gives up. So it'll be someone like him. Jared Farwell probably need a little bit of a lift there. Those two guys have probably been doing a bulk of the work so far, and we haven't really seen it. So at the moment, we're probably saying that those two haven't played very well, but they're out there being leaders and just mentoring those the younger Barney boys.
Yeah. So at the moment, well, we know, or coming into this game, Wink, we just didn't know whether the yellow and black could produce enough points against the Hawks to win this football game. And we just mentioned Josh Spence because he is one of those dangerous goal kickers inside 50 for the Tigers, and yet he hasn't got one on the board at the moment. So it's going to be hard from here. There's no doubt about that.
Well, they've certainly got some options. Oscar Wilding's obviously had a big impact. Josh Spence has been a star of this comp for a long time. And Jack Chess has kicked 50 goals for the year as well. So they certainly don't lack averages. And look, some of those numbers can be a little bit bloated with games against some of the lesser light sides, but Oscar Wilding kicked 10 goals against Kiewa early in the year. I think he's been pretty well held as well, similar to Josh Spence. So that's two matchups that Kiewa's really won, in my opinion, across the first half of this game. Absolutely.
So again, just recapping the halftime score at the Sandy Creek Reserve. It is the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks at the long break, leading 8-5-53 to the Barnawartha Tigers 4-5-29. And the halftime show is for the Shed Company. Wink, we might go around the grounds and just see what the score is in the O&M. Of course, this afternoon, the Lavington Panthers are playing the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in the Ovens and Murray qualifying final at Bunton Park in North Albury. Wink.
So at half-time, I believe, Lukey, it's 8-6, 54 Myrtleford leading the Lavy Panthers, 8-3, 51.
Wow. Okay, and of course, tomorrow back here at Sandy Creek for the Chiltern Swans versus the Gurna Bulldogs in the first semi-final, sudden death. And in the O&M, it is the elimination final between the North Albury Hoppers and the Wang Magpies. Okay, we'll get to a break here. It's the TDFL finals for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. Get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you
At
at
the
a
moment,
fancy...
the Hawks lead 8-5-53 to the Barnawartha Tigers 4-5-29. The third term is for Wiesners, and here is Robbie McKinlay.
Thanks, Lukey. Just half-time in the Upper Murray League Grand Final. Bullio 44, lead Kiewa 32. So that is half-time in the Upper Murray League Grand Final. We'll get an update off you at some stage, Winky, on the Ovens and Murray. But here, they've got it all ahead of them here. Barnawartha, they got to rein in a 24-point margin at the moment as Jamie Paul for Kiewa, Sandy Creek gathers and takes the ball inside forward 50. But it's stopped at the last line of defence there by Lockie Walker, who goes across the ground. Dangerous kick. Newnham with good pressure. Just got a fingernail onto it. There might be a turnover. Here's Newnham. Handball over the top. Chance here for Martin. He sees Telford and he kicked one of the easiest goals he'll kick all year. Telford's got 4. And Kiewa Sandy Creek, they come out after half-time with a very strong message. They lead by 5 goals. 50.
Didn't quite come off, but Connor Newnham there, not known for his defensive stuff at times, Connor, but did a really good effort there. Turned the ball over and Guy Telford makes him pay.
Certainly not the way they wanted to start the third term, the Tigers, Scoot.
No, certainly need to get this centre clearance and get the ball going forward. A bit going on at the half-back line there.
Yeah, there is. Tim Kindellan just went to the turf. He's Farwell back in the centre, taken in by Jamie Paul.
Well, that'd be a nice change. Timmy hitting the deck. He's normally putting someone on the deck.
Getting a bit back, Robbie.
Yeah, good man, Timmy.
Jeffries, Cooper Daly. Anson overran it. Blasick thumps it in here for the Hawks. Telford got worked under the ball. Well, Martin's gone to ground. Tries to knock it out the side of the contest. Brad Del Bosco gets it onto Anson. He goes with a thumping kick. Vogel going back with the fly to the ball. Evans, that's Cam. Sammy Johnson joins the pack. And the umpire will take it. So 9-5-59. The Hawks up over the Tigers. 4-5-29 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Gone just over 2 thanks to Jappo Donks in the third term. Telford coming at it. Nice work from Brad Del Bosco. Bouncing. He's whiffing. Got spun around in the tackle. Marr trying to pick it up at bootlace level. Farwell had him. Anson. Nice work. Fantastic. Out the side of Trujillo. And he goes long down towards the back flank. Wielding. Gee, we haven't seen much of Oscar yet. It's been hard for him to get into the second semi-final. Ball out of bounds.
Yeah, done a great job on him now. I think it's Nick Carney down there at the moment. So Wilding just with the 1 goal. So no, it's Alex Daly. Sorry. So it'll spin back into play. Mann and Jeffries. No one really got any decisive advantage there. Umpire Palmer will say, give it to me. It'll be a ball up. And it's 70 out from the Barnawartha goal. They trail by 30 points. We've gone 3 minutes into the quarter for Jappo Donks. We're doing this one for Wiesners. Now, there might be a chance to get a bit of momentum. Buddha Withers, look away handball, Farwell. As soon as he got it, he was tackled. And they worked the ball on centre wing there. McDonald, Alex, just remonstrating with an opponent there, which might have been Josh Spence. And the ball's going to come back into play here. Lukey Francis, centre wing. Kiewa lead by 30 points.
Tristan Mann and Jeffries again to do battle. Jeffries, nice work. Withers plucked it to Farwell. Oh, the handball wasn't great. Trujillo's got to go at it. McDonald came from the opposite direction. Umpire to take it again. So we'll have a ball up here. Left of centre wing on the far side of the ground. We'll get our leading possession getter, David Wink, thanks to Mac Jack.
Tommy Johnson, 12 disposals for Barnawartha. Jacob Barber, 16 for Kiewa.
Bartel sits under it, takes the mark. Across half back. A fringe of the square favouring the Gap Road end. And he goes short. So what can they work forward here? Kiewa out wide. Here's Daly. Ducks back inside. Gets around. Carter and then sends it back. Here's Martin. Takes the mark. Whiffin, the man on the mark. So Dale Martin, crafty player looking for Telford. Hogan down low. Knocks it out the back, Jack. And this ball's going to be tied up. Ball clamped in, not coming out of there. And the umpire will take it.
Yeah, Jamie Paul there. Just had a little bit more influence in the game so far in this third quarter. Mann, Hogan got the tap forward. It's like a rolling scrum here. Hogan again paddles the ball. Jacob Barber's there. It's Barber's stats there for Mac Jack Sheds, please, Winky.
He's had 16 for the game, Robbie.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the ground for mine so far. So we're a boundary throw in, just around on the 50-metre arc here for Kiewa. They lead 59-29. Telford has 4. Newnham has 2. Marr for Kiewa. Might have over-possessed it a bit. Johnson for Barnawartha to Farwell. And there's a whistle. Free kick. It's going to go the way of Barnawartha. And they're just struggling to build something here. It's Tommy Johnson off half-back. He goes across the goal. Luke finds Brad Del Bosco. His stats then will be Lukey Francis.
This will be number 12.
David Wink for Mac Jack. Roy McKinlay and Luke Francis calling for Aubrey Wodonga MG. And Scott Scooter Fraser. Boundary side for JJ's Waste and Recycling. Casey Marr taken out of bounds by Pritchard. In fact, there's going to be a free kick. So it's going back to Pritchard. Wink, what did you think?
Oh, yeah. Not a lot in that. I think that's pretty stiff.
Walker with possession. So they trail at the moment, the Tigers. 29-59. right of centre wing, far side of the ground. Oscar Wilding a long way from his goal square. Here he is, the former Wodonga Bulldog. And Oscar, short, over the top to Johnson, knocked out of bounds by Jack Hogan. And a boundary throw in. Back down to you, Scoot, for JJ's waste.
Yeah, a little bit of a lull in the game right now, boys. I'd just like to see Barney get the ball going forward, long and direct, and try and close that gap before three-quarter time.
Good game in the O&M qualifying final. Myrtleford 61 have just kicked a gold lead. Lavington 58. And Bullio lead the Upper Murray by 12 points at half-time over Cudgewar. Now here they go. Hogan overran the ball there. Kendellen was good with his hands to Barber. Barber now shimmied, he shaked, he kicked it long. Rocco's there, and he ran into Telford. And Rocco didn't go anywhere. He got almost sat back. Here's Martin paddling, trying to keep the ball in. He can't. And it will be a boundary throw in. 45 around from the Kiewa goal. It's still 59-29. That's on the Commercial Club scoreboard. And on the Jappo Donks time clock, Luke Francis, 7 minutes of tick by.
Certainly have, Robbie. Boundary throw in, pocket, Pony Club end. Jeffries. Chesser. Weaved out. Clark Stanek on the boot. Down the line he goes. And fisted out of bounds by Alex McDonald. And he will have a boundary throw in. Rightio, Wink, we'll go to you, mate. What's your best for Mac Jack?
Kiewa's already got the 4 inside 50s this quarter. The wind's going towards the Barnawartha goal, but they haven't been able to take advantage of that yet.
How have you seen the third term pound out so far, Scoot, thanks to JJ's Waste and Recycling?
Well, just that early start to the Hawks, but yeah, like I said before, just a lull in the game. We just need to see Barney getting long and direct.
Here goes Withers to true centre half forward. Carney just work Carter under the ball. Good hand pass. Have to retreat. Alex Daly trying to pick up Bartel. True half back flank in front of Matt Del Bosco. To Blasick. So left of centre wing. Broadcast side. Dylan in his 100th. For the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks. Hogan sits under it. Anson at the front. Ma got a hand to it. And taken across the chalk by Jamie Paul. And we will have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, there's a general lull here at the moment, isn't there? There's a little bit of toing and throwing. You've got to give Barney credit. They are just hanging on at the moment. Can they ignite something? Hicks over the footy. And he's been deemed to have been taken high. Now you've got Telford and Newnham to look at. He ignores Telford. Newnham in the pocket, sits superbly for him. A diving mark attempt by Connor Newnham. He knocked the ball out and he's been pinged. Connor looks at Warwick Henderson. They're about 3 metres from each other. They stare each other down and Warwick says, "We've never turned one over, Connor. Play on, son." And Demizio marks in the middle of the ground. Now he runs. Here's a chance for Telford. Can't get it on the second bite. Comes to ground here now. Oh, you're in trouble, Jack. You're in all sorts of bother, Jack Chesser. It was a great tackle from Dylan Blasick. Blasick will have a shot 40 out directly in front. Scooter Fraser.
Timmy Kendellen letting Chesser know there. I think Jack was pretty good not to retaliate.
He did.
Absolutely.
So Dylan Blasick with the long sleeves operator today. Kick it from 40. Directly in front. Breeze a little bit to his left. He might aim for the right-hand goal post. He didn't, and he's paid the penalty. Minor score for Dylan Blasick. 31 points to lead for Kiewa. Oh, hello. What's happened here, Winky? So that means it'll be another shot on goal for Dylan Blasick. The first one was a point. And there's plenty of advice coming from the Kiewa Sandy throng. So Blasick will have another crack here. Will he learn? He's got to go right this time. Blasick comes in. He didn't quite learn, and it stayed to that side. So Lukey, he had 2 chances at it, and he kicked 2 behinds. Interesting stuff. 32-point lead to Kiewa.
Yeah, the second shot, a dead set duplicate,
It
Robbie,
was,
on
wasn't
the
it?
first. Okay, so the Tigers, well, they've got to make their move now. So Brad Del Bosco sends it. Hawks coming back in, though. Top spinner. Walker takes the mark. Oh, geez, in trouble now. Just got his hand to it. Hogan was after it. Let's have a look here. Jamie Paul spins around. Tries to break through. Gee, it's gone on a couple of notches now. Withers trying to pick up the peel. Blasick been busy in the last few moments, and now the ball is going to be tied up. So 40 out from goal at the Pony Club end. Kiewa Sandy Creek lead 9-7-61 to Barnawartha's 4-5-29, thanks to the Commercial Club. And the Jappo Donks time clock, we've got 11 and a half in the third term. It's brought to you by Wiesner's. Ball over at the old scoreboard. Tommy Johnson breaks away and gets it on his left boot. Breaks up the congestion. Alex Daly, the former Wodonga Raider, ducking and weaving. He's run a fair way. On the boot, he goes inside 50. Walker takes the mark. Geez, having to do some work back there, Robbie.
Yeah, he's doing it well. This is where they're breaking down as a kick comes forward again. Gee, that's a good grab. Taken by Alex McDonald. Plays on immediately. Guy Telford's a target. Oh, he nearly stuck. It nearly stuck. Telford's appealing to umpire Jed Palmer. Come on, brother, give it a look at it. I had it. I don't reckon he held it long enough. Scooter was right in front of you. What did you reckon?
No, look, he had it for a little bit, but not enough. And you're not happy, Telly. He's just giving it to Tom Anson as he's heading back to the goal square.
And Brad Del Bosco's in it. Just settle down here, big fella. Here comes Johnson. Whiffen's there. So's Hogan. He's done a lot of hard work today, Hogan. Hurry kick inside forward 50. Here's Telford. Left foot kick. Newnham's got the drop here on Pritchard. And Connor Newnham marks 25 out, 45-degree angle. He'll go back and try to kick goal number 3 of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's just big body forward work. He just worked his opponent under it nicely, knew where the ball was going, protected the drop zone nicely, and Connor will go back, look for number 3, as you said, Robbie.
Smart kick from Guy Telford. He put the ball out in front of him, was superbly weighted. So Connor has 100 neat. Comes in now, kick on the way, and he loves it. Oh, it's shimmied late for a minor score. He went off a little bit early of the celebration, Connor. I was watching him, not the goal umpire, and I fell for that one, Luke.
Yeah, Robbie.
But you're never too old to learn, Luke.
No, that's right. He was trying to con the goal umpire, but he had other ideas.
33 points the margin, Luke, and we've gone 13 and a half minutes on the Jappo Donks time clock, and a shout out to Zach Simmons, a solid Kiewa Sandy Creek man.
Ah, beautiful, Robbie. So the Barnawartha Tigers back line has had to put up with a tidal wave of Sharon coming in the last few minutes. Here's Vogel, true centre wing on the far side, and he goes short.
Lukey, interesting, Colin Newnham's had more shots on goal than Guy Telford, but Newnham's kicked 2-3, Telford 4 straight.
Great work, Robbie. Vogel to Barber, and then back to Nathan. Top spin or ordinary kick. Hicks escorts it out of bounds, so the Tigers will get it back here. Oscar Wilding, so he's right up the ground. And he goes short to Farwell. This is a man who's really got to get involved for the yellow and black if they can work their way back into this second semi-final. The TDFL live stream, Scott Scooter Fraser, David Wink, Robbie McKinlay and Luke Francis, of course, streaming all finals in the TDFL this year. Ball out of bounds. And the Hawks will get it again through Nathan Vogel, Robbie.
Yeah, hey, Scoot, you just saw Tommy Anson come off the interchange bench down there in front of you, and probably hasn't impacted the game much today.
He's had a bit of the ball, but he just seems to be that general that in their back line can get it out, but they've been a little bit too under pressure today.
Yeah, absolutely. Jack McDonald, some clever work. Oh, Rockow might not have had it. Or was it Johnson? It's Sammy Johnson. Now he looks for his teammate in Walker. And Walker, eyes up. That's a beautifully weighted kick. Brad Del Bosco does not have to break stride. Got a handball over the top to Jeffries. Back to Brad Del Bosco. Trujillo now. Oh, he got knocked down after he kicked it, did he? No. Play on's the call. Here's Wilding. Kept it in front of him. And unfortunately, Jimmy Carter, former US president, could not keep the ball in. And it's going to be a boundary throw in, Lukey Francis.
Let's have a look, Robbie. 40 out from goal at the Lockhart's Gap Road end. Young boundary umpire. And he sends up a high one. Wilding back at this contest now. Matt Del Bosco, Evans, Spence. Now Scammell, low ball. Hicks picks it off. Didn't go the required distance. Demizio spins around, gets it out the back to Daly. They go right out wide. And Dale Martin was good in the first half for the Hawkers. Down the line he goes. Speaking of good in the first half, so too is Cooper Daly. He picks up this ball, try to get around Farwell. Long sweeping hand pass away. This ball heading towards Newnham, out of bounds in front of the old scoreboard. And we'll go back to David Wink, thanks to Mac Jack.
Yeah, just watching Tom Anson. Scoot said he needed to, he's controlled it across half back. I've got him down for eight stats on the Mac Jack shed. One that Barney would want to get involved in the game a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he had a lot more of it certainly last week. Here's a guy who's impacted the game this quarter. Jack Hogan sits it up for big guy Telford! The big fella marks 45 out directly in front. And he tells Jed Palmer, the umpire, that's the mark. And Palmer says, no, it's not. You go back. Nice little bit of interchange there between Palmer and Telford. A great outdoors mark of the day contender from Guy Telford, who has kicked 4 goals straight today. The big fella says, don't worry about you, Connor Newnham. I'm going to have a little bit of the action here. He's already kicked 80 goals this year. Guy Telford says, how about that? Bang! Telford has 5, and the Hawks are getting close to booking a grand final.
Third term alone to Barnawartha's 1. Jack Hogan's leading the way with 5 disposals in this quarter for Sandy Creek, and they're just really asserting their dominance on this game here in the third term.
Scoot, the Tigers mustn't drop their heads right now.
No, this is where action time is. Tommy Anson's come up onto the wing, and they just need to get first use of that ball. Farwell needs to get a clearance and get it forward.
So Jack McDonald up against Carter. Hogan, front spot. Whiffen tried to pull it away. Tommy Johnson on the boot up in the air. Robinson. So he turns around on half forward. Now what's he got on? He sends it in now. He's looking for Spence. Oh, no, he marked it. Play goes on. Hawks bring it away. Casey Marr going after it now. Here comes Anson. He joins the contest. Geez, a good player, this guy. Watch this for a kick. Look at that. Into Connor Whiffen. So they're back on half forward. And a 50. So I reckon Hogan encroached on the corridor there. And Connor Whiffen's going to be marched up the ground, Scoot.
Yeah, very wry smile on the look of on the face of Adam Mudra there. That you take it when it happens, and this is what the Tigers need. And there's a decent 50 as well. He's going to kick from the goal square.
So Connor Whiffen comes in. No mistake there. He puts it through. 68 plays 35. 68 plays 35. The Hawks up over the Tigers on the Commercial Club scoreboard.
There's certainly... He's up to 7 disposals for the Tigers in this first quarter of the second half.
Before that goal there, Lukey, Guy Telford had kicked 4 of the last 5 goals. So Connor Newnham had got his 100th goal in between all that. But either side of Connor Newnham's 100th goal, Telford had kicked 2 either side of that. So big game from the big fella. Scammell off half back for Barnawartha. Gavers, handballs cleverly. Gee, they got a little bit of Tregello there. Got it back to Whiffen, the goal scorer. Kicks it to half forward. Spence is outrun there by Jack McDonald. Grub Evans, inside handball, but there's Alex McDonald. They go backwards here, and they're going to get themselves out of a bit of trouble here, Kiewa. They're going to move the ball well. Here is Cooper Daly. I thought he might go and run from there, but he's just held up proceedings. Telford's got a lot of room in front of him. He won't need it. Hogan's there. Jack Hogan. Ball came to ground. Here's a go. Bartel kicks it. Telford from behind. Newnham's there. Telford might have been held. Play on's a call. Newnham needs a ball out the back. He's got it now. Went left, went right, went left. He's in trouble. Great tackle by Pritchard. It was like trying to get into a nightclub. Every bouncer said, and eventually he got thrown out. Pritchard will take the free kick, and Anson will kick it from half back. And it's probably not the first time Connor has been asked to leave a nightclub.
Probably not, Robbie McKinlay.
I can confirm that he's not.
David Wigg on the Mac Jack stats, and Robbie McKinlay calling for Aubrey Wodonga, MG holding the ball. So it's against Trujillo and the Hawks to take it. So an opportunity here to kick another. So what can they do? At the moment, they've got 10 on the board. They lead 68 to 35. So at the moment, try and kick this one from about 55. Dallin couldn't quite make the distance, and there's going to be a ball up in the pocket here. The umpire will throw it up, Robbie.
Yeah, it was Hallinan, I believe. It took me a while to get hold of him, Lukey, out there.
Free kick to Telford.
Big guy.
Tim Hallinan it was, yeah. So a ball up in the pocket, and Telford to take another.
What happened there, Scoot?
He gave a throwing.
This will make it almighty hard for the Tigers. This guy Telford comes in. No, that one off the side through for one minor score, Robbie.
Blotted his copybook. They're 69 to 35 now, so they've almost doubled their score. So Barney, well, if they just need the next two, and they can try to mount a last quarter challenge. Otherwise, it could get to the stage where they start thinking about managing for next week.
That's it.
Big Moose comes back, so it's
the Moose.
They've earned the right for the double chance if they don't happen to win this game. I've seen too much football up here to call this one. So Brad Del Bosco plays on. Give him another Mac Jack stat, please. Oh, that's a push. A hell of a shove. Big Tristan Mann, he's held sway in the ruck today. Handballs it back to Jacob Barber. Been as good as anyone on the ground. That's a beautiful kick. Finds Bartel. Bartel sees Telford. Sees Newnham. Out the back. Keep an eye on Hogan out the back. Oh, good grab. Over the back. Brad Del Bosco. There's no doubt. Now
Free
what?
kick,
Where's
holding
the
the
free
man.
kick? Holding. So big guy Telford has won himself a free kick. Umpire Mason Ring saw something that did you see, Scott?
He was the only person, the umpire, that saw that. That's, yeah, shaking the head sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a massive call. Massive call.
Well, Telford has 5 goals, 1. And he shouldn't have any trouble popping this one through. The big fella does just that. Telford has 6. 11-9-75. Kiewa lead Barnawartha 5-5-35. And on the... Can you add any light on that?
There's been a lot of free kicks.
I think that's a no.
Yeah.
I think Scott Scooter Fraser summed that up perfectly.
Guy Telford didn't even know he had the free kick.
Yeah, wow, okay. So 11-9-75 plays 5-5-35. Hawkers have got right away here on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Let's have a look. Jamie Paul bursting through, trying to get it up to Blasick under pressure. Here comes Rocco off half back. Oh, McDonald going back. Well done by Alex. Tamar. And back to Alex McDonald. Fumbled. Carter took him down. Matt Del Bosco gets it on the boot. Evans sits under it up against Vogel. Ball rolling along the ground. His man spins out of trouble. Good vision to Demizio. He puts it on the boot. Gee, that was good.
Yep.
Gets it back to Jamie Paul. He's away now, Jamie. Matt Del Bosco tries to corral him. But Jamie Paul goes forward. Bartel takes the mark. Now he's 60 out. What's he got on? Dale Martin leads. Here goes Newnham now to the pocket. Oh, gee, strong contest back there. Brad Del Bosco, so courageous.
This is interesting.
Umpires conferring. Who's this going to go to? Brad Del Bosco's trying to claim it, and he will get it.
Just hope Connor Newnham's all right here, boys. So Del Bosco will get Scotty Fraser and Winky to keep an eye on Connor Newnham. Hopefully he's just winded. It was a big collision. As Rocco for Barnawartha drives it to half-back. The mark's taken by Hallinan. For Kiewa Sandy Creek, drives it long. Telford, Newnham's back on his feet. Telford flew high, ball out the back. Crummers are there, so are the Barnawartha defenders. And Connor Newnham's not happy there. He's just come up a little bit angry. And Brad Del Bosco's going to get a free kick and 50 metres. So probably just a little bit of back chat going with it. So Del Bosco wins the free kick and he wins a 50-metre penalty. And Mason Ring is striding out there. He brings Del Bosco to the centre of the ground. He goes short, finds Walker. Walker will pop the handball over the top to Matty Del Bosco. Nowhere to go. Gave it back to Walker. He'll give the inside ball back to Brad Del Bosco. Now he runs, drives long. Who's in the goal square? No one at home. It's all Kiewa Sandy Creek. And Mann takes a mark in the last line of defence for Kiewa Sandy Creek.
20 out, Cap Roland. Turns, sends it to the pocket. Here's Evans. So the ball with Cam. So I've almost gone 26 for Japo Donks in the third term on the TDFL live stream. Hope you're enjoying the action. Carney got up. Carter tries to break his way through. Whiffen on the boot, sends it back for the Tigers. Oh, gee. Johnson going back with a flight. Courageous. Man knocked it off the ground. Barber. Or misses Cam Evans. He's got time to pick it up. Vogel. Nui provided the shepherd. And Withers, that one going across the face, bouncing.
You get a free kick here.
Yeah, holding.
Yep.
So it's going to Robinson. And not much in that one either, Scoot.
No, a little too late from the umpires. Barney can take a freebie and hopefully kick a goal.
Jack Robinson got to make the most of their opportunities. And has he got it? I reckon he has. He has. So a goal right on the three-quarter time siren for Jack Robinson and the Tigers. And Robbie, I'll throw to you. In fact, it's come back up the score on the scoreboard. It is the TDFL finals for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
7, 6, 5. Back at the Sandy Creek Reserve, and it is three-quarter time, and at the moment it is the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks with a 34-point lead. They lead by 6 goals, 11-9-75 to Barnawartha's 6-5-41. David Wink has been on the Mac Jack stats this afternoon. Robbie McKinlay calling for Albury Wodonga MG. And we've also got Scott Scooter Fraser, boundary side for JJ's Waste and Recycling. Rightio, Wink, we'll go to you, mate, and we'll pick up the Wade Smith Plumbing quarters best.
Yeah, quarters best with Guy Telford. He's just too big and strong for that Barney back six at the moment. He's kicked 5 or 6 goals, I think, for the game. And, the focal points, all the talk was around Connor Newnham, but Guy Telford just letting everyone know that he's still around. And then for Barnawartha, the skipper, Brad Del Bosco, he had 11 touches that quarter. He's up to 21 for the game. Really trying his backside off as he always does.
Absolutely, rightio. We'll cross down to ground level and catch up with Scott Scooter Fraser for JJ's Waste and Recycling. At the moment, Scoot, the Hawkers with 1 foot in the grand final. What did Zach Fulford have to say?
He was very quiet, but did say that this is the position we deserve to be in, working that hard in that first quarter while Barney got in front. But basically from here, Muddy has basically just said, just keep trying. If we keep trying, get the processes right, even against the breeze, they might be able to get close, but they really need to get that ball in the forward line a lot more than they have.
Absolutely. Rightio, Robbie McKinlay. We'll go to you. We'll get a score from the Ovens and Murray.
Yeah, just around the ground for Union Hotel, and it is level. And I reckon it would be around about halfway through the final term. Lavington 67, Myrtleford 67.
Gee, what a game that is, hey? And then we're back at the Sandy Creek Reserve tomorrow, of course, in the TDFL. What have we got there, Wink?
I just want to get your boys' thoughts. Barnawartha have got 25 minutes here. Unlikely that they're going to be able to come back and win this. What's the mental toll that has, knowing that they win or lose, they play next week?
Yeah, I reckon it's one thing you want to avoid here is an absolute landslide, but they'll get to the point where they'll give it a really good crack here. I think they just got to... What they'd be probably trying to do is win the quarter. Yeah. Now, against the Breeze, that would be something to take away from it. That'll give you good momentum into next week. They've played a red-hot opposition today. I tell you what, they haven't given it up, and I wouldn't give them away just yet. There's one big cracker, big 5 minutes here, Lukey.
Yeah, absolutely, Robbie. So tomorrow, the Chiltern Swans up against the Thurgoona Bulldogs in the first semi-final. Of course, sudden death, the loser out of this game to play the winner of that one tomorrow. So umpire Warwick Anderson just tossing the footy up, just waiting for the crowd to disperse on the far side of the ground. Good turnout crowd-wise here today, Scoot.
Good timing of the siren, yes, mate.
Sure final term for the X-Ray group.
You're underway, Lukey. Oh, man, a thumping hit towards half forward. It was almost worth a kick. Gathered in midfield. They're going to just turn it over. Hicks got it back to Man. Man showed a bit of candy. The locals loved it. In towards half forward. Newnham might have been held. Play on's the call. Ball came out the back. Newnham tracks the ball. Pritchard's been good. Gathered. Ran with it. Straightens up. Goes long. Down to centre wing. Coming at it was Spence. Met the ball with a bit of ferocity. Got one high, I reckon. Umpire Henderson agrees. And Josh Spence takes the free kick. Centre wing for Barnawartha. Got to move it quick. Spence. Short chipping kick. Good grab taken. Looks like it's Walker. It's Del Bosco there, so he might be moved forward. He drives into half forward. Wilding's there. Got to beat 2. That won't happen. Through traffic. Alex Daly, been outstanding today. Sitting under the ball was Hogan. Keep an eye on back play. Winky, you've spotted something. Ball chance for Withers. Withers busted one tackle. Handball to Farwell. Farwell's a getaway kick, and he's fine Johnson on centre wing.
Yeah, Tommy Johnson with possession for the Tigers. And he goes short to Scammell. Haven't seen much of him today. Short and out wide to Whiffen. Sammy Johnson on short. Connor, he's looking directly into the sun. Pony Club end, chips it over the top. That's okay. So they retain possession here, the Tigers. Now they've got to try and find some space inside 50. Now Josh Spence leads now. This one going towards the top of the goal square. Wilding caught at the back. Cam Evans takes the mark. So it's been so hard for Oscar to work his way into this contest this afternoon in the second semi. Clark Stanek gets a fist to it out in front of Jamie Paul. And we will have a boundary throw in. Rightio, Wink. We'll go to you, mate. What's your best so far in the fourth?
Well, it's good. Barney's started this quarter really well, locking the ball inside their forward half. Just want to tidy up those inside forward 50 entries.
Man, clever at the stoppage. And there's a whistle, a high tackle. Free kick's going to come the way. I think it might be Timmy Hallinan out there. It is indeed. So Hallinan drives the ball to centre wing. It's that dead pocket there. And it will be out of bounds. So just look at that Ovens and Murray score. Myrtleford have extended their lead out to 7 points now. 11-8 to 6 goals, 7. Ball spins back into play. Farwell might gather. He won't gather. Here come the yellow boot, the orange boot brigade. Hogan, hurry kick, inside forward 50. Newnham needs a good bounce. Got it. Can he beat Pritchard? Pritchard met him front on, ball and all tackle. Good decision, Warwick Henderson. Ball up. 30 out from the Kiewa goal. Luke, they lead by 34 points.
Yeah, great decision by Warwick Henderson. He's umpired close to 700 games now, Warwick.
Yeah, a couple of, or maybe half a dozen Ovens and Murray grannies.
Yeah. 30 out. Gap Road ends. Let's have a look who can win the peel down there. G. Hallinan got swung around. Hogan to Blasick. Out wide, good vision. Martin tried to shade the sun. Now he's taken out of bounds. And the umpire will throw it in. So 40 out from goal, Gap Road end. Kiewa, Sandy Creek on their way to the granny in 2025 at this stage. 11.975 plays Barnawartha's 6.541 on the Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance scoreboard. The last term is for the X-Ray Group. Great sponsors of the TDFL live stream. Let's have a look. Trujillo, whiff and brought down a strong tackle. And again, another stoppage. We'll go back down to you, Scoot, for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
Yeah, wind back 5 minutes, boys, when the Hawks were in there inside 50. Cam Evans copped one in the back of the neck and the shoulder, and he's still shaking that off. And Casey Marr has come to the bench and sat straight down and holding his head. So I'll keep an eye on that for you.
Back up on his feet, which is good news. And in the Hume League, it is a 7-point lead to Gindra over CDHBU.
Sorry, it was Cooper Daly that came to the bench.
Okay, mate. Yeah, Hogan, I don't think he had it. Well, he's been penalised. He's been stripped of it. And Stanek Clark kicks it to Buddha Withers, who handballs to Jared Farwell. And Farwell, a chipping kick to centre wing. Look at that. Big fist from behind. Your man Danny Frawley would have loved that, Scooter, from Tristan Mann.
I reckon this is Tristan Mann's best game I've seen him play, boys.
He's been outstanding today.
Yeah, he's been unreal, hasn't he? He's dominated in the ruck, but around the ground really helped out his defence.
Okay, boundary throwing. Man, big fist, and that one's heading over the chalk. Again, rightio, Robbie. We might see if we can get a Ovens and Murray score at the current time.
Yeah, it's still no change in that score. Myrtleford 74 lead, Lavington 67, and that, Luke, I would imagine would be at least halfway through the final term.
Yeah, that's in the qualifying final. Of course, tomorrow in the O&M elimination final between the Wang Maggies and the North Albury Hoppers. That one from John Flower Oval, Martin Park. Contest on the outer side, McDonald gets it into Barber, and then Barber just hacks it forward with a torpy. Long he goes, Martin knocked out of his hands. Johnson, geez, tried hard all day, Tom Johnson. Trujillo off the deck, bouncing. Brad Del Bosco picks it up. Good tackle from Demizio. Hawks get it forward. The mark is taken by Kendellen. Now Tim, he winds up and he sends it up. Telford, no, he marked it. Johnson. And then he sneaks it out the back to Anson under pressure. Geez, casual, look at that. And then thumps it out. Carney sits at the back. McDonald at the front. Carter, 2-on-1. Nice work from the Hawks, and they work it out to Daly. Over the top again. Withers breaks away, gets it out to Wilding, and this way they come to Matt Del Bosco.
Yeah, Matty Del Bosco off half back, punches it forward. Oh, look at that. Just Cam Evans, safe as a bank. takes a steadying mark, and he goes to Alex Daly, who's been absolutely outstanding today in defence for the Hawks. And he'll weigh up his options. Right in front of the interchange bench here. Daly pumps it towards half forward. Hogan flies from in front. Ball came to ground. Stanek Clark with pressure. Great pick up by Hogan. Eventually ends up with Josh Hicks. A low little worm burner across forward 50. Gathered there. The handball was fretted out there, but it hasn't really found their man. Now they might break through. It was Timmy Candellum doing that good work. Candellum's initial handball was a little bit hot for his teammate. Might have been Blasick. He came back for another crack, and then in the end, it was kicked out of bounds on the full, and Barney will bring it back into play. They still trail by 34 points. I think that was the same score at three-quarter time. We've already used up 7 minutes in this final quarter for TCM.
Matt Del Bosco, long out of defence. Wielding at the front. Withers. Sammy Johnson. So many numbers into the contest here. Ball's not coming out of there. And again, clamped in, and we'll have a stoppage. Okay, so the Tigers on the canvas at the current time. They've got to try and pick themselves up, dust off and go again. Because at this stage, they'll have a game next week, Chesser. So, high tackle on Tim Candellum, and he'll take the kick.
He did it well, the veteran. Timmy Candellum, he just played at a treat on. This distance might test him, Scoot.
That's why he handballed it off.
Barber goes for home. It's sailing. That is a beauty. Jacob Barber has nailed it. A Union Hotel goal of the day, and the Hawkers are on their way to the big one.
I would have thought it would have tested Candellum. I reckon Jacob Barber had plenty of it and just finishes the game off.
He read the room and the play superbly.
He certainly did. 24 disposals on the Mac Jack shed stat sheet. And his old man Robbie's down here telling us he taught him everything he knew and taught him how to kick those long bombs, Scoot.
I think Robbie Barber one day, he ran past me for a handball and I was stupid enough to give him. No trouble, I was in the wrong side. We're in opposite sides, Winky. He stitched me up a treat. Josh Hicks kicks. Good one to Dill Blasick. And Colin Newnham says, just give it. Oh, that's a good kick to the pocket. Newnham like a freight train. Hits the ball. There's 3 Barnawartha defenders around him. And Matty Del Bosco comes at it. Here's Blasick again. He's quick. He look away handball. Jacob Barber has it. Got past one and he's kicked it someone over the boundary line. And it's out of bounds on the full. A rare mistake from Jacob Barber. Fantastic game from him today. And as you said, Scooter, as good as anyone on the ground today. And you'll be the one making that choice. Is it the Union Hotel goal of the day for you?
The goal of the day I'll be giving.
Beautiful.
Any clues?
One of Guy Telford's, I reckon.
What about sentiment and emotion, the 100th?
Could be. Not going to give it away yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Farwell.
Old Scoot's playing the cards to the chest, isn't he, Luke?
Certainly is. To Robinson. Wise man. To Brad Del Bosco. His Hicks over the back. And he wants to send it right out wide. Oh, good mark from Candellum. Down low. So Tim up on centre wing. 81 plays 41. Kiewa Sandy Creek with a mighty lead against the Tigers. Tim, gee, that's wide to Telford. Caught at the back. Try to get a fist to it. Bartel up against Scammell. Ball's gone out of bounds, and we will have a boundary throw in. Or did it come off the boot? Yeah, it did.
Yeah. No, it's not.
No, he's not going to play it. So the umpire to hurl it back in. Rightio, Wick, we'll go to you. Thanks to Mac Jack.
Jacob Barber up to the 4 disposals in this last quarter, along with Jack Hogan, who's getting busy. He's up to 19 for the game.
Now, Lukey, you won't be here tomorrow for the first semi-final. And one of your all-time favourite characters of the Tallangatta League, one of the boundary umpire, the Peacock, will be here tomorrow. He's not here today, so I'm looking forward to his performance.
Yeah, Robbie, I'm so disappointed. I understand he's umpiring at an Ovens and King game today during the boundary throw-in. So the Peacock, we understand, will be here tomorrow. So that should bring a lot more fans through the gate here at the Sandy Creek Reserve.
Who's the Peacock?
Saul.
Oh, the boundary umpire.
Sandy Creek Peacock.
Yeah. Get up with it, Winky. Everyone knows who the Peacock is.
I didn't know the nickname. I know who Saul is. I hadn't heard the nickname.
He'll be here. Anyway, back to the footy, and it's It's a dominant performance so far from Kiewa Sandy Creek. They lead 81-41. We're going around about 12 minutes on the Jappo Donks time clock. Inside kick was dangerous. Jack Chesser been a bit quiet in his return. Rocco had his moments. Farwell steps around one. Fed the ball back now to Buddha Withers. Good left foot kick from Buddha. That'll be a mark. I reckon it's Josh Spence. So Spence, can they get something going here? Wilding again, he's got close checking from Cam Evans, and he's got Alex Daly standing in front of him. He's really got nowhere to go. Spence looks up, pops up, sets it up, and Daly, Alex Daly marked. They have orchestrated a masterclass in defence today, Luke Fraser, have Kiewa Sandy Creek, led by that man, Alex Daly.
Yeah, they certainly have, Robbie. Here's Josh Hicks. So experienced, this guy. He's going to play another granny, left foot. He swings it out. Nice to Jamie Paul, who's been good this afternoon. True centre wing, far side to McDonald. So they're just backward as centre wing on the far side. So the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks are through to another big one. What a club they are in the TDFL. Casey Marr. Geez, that's a long ball. Trying to get Telford over the back. Jeffrey's playing on him. Bartel picks it up, tries to duck back inside, keeps it in play. Jeffries has a crack at it. He's wrapped up. Hogan's got him. And we're going to have another stoppage in the pocket, Robbie.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day too, because in the netball update for the Atura and Albury, Kiewa with 6 minutes ago were leading Chilton by 20 goals, if you don't mind. So the girls are going to go into the grand final as well as the boys. Here we go, off back, half back, Tommy Anson. A clever little banana kick to space. Good tackle, Jamie Paul. Bartel was there. Paul was back for another crack at it. And he's been tackled there, right on the 50-metre arc. 13 and a half minutes gone. Fourth quarter action for Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance. And that's on the Jappo Donks time clock. And here's Lukey Francis for Albury Wodonga MG. See if you can get a clearance, Luke.
Yeah, Robinson and Bartel at the bottom of that pack, Robbie. And again,
I'll hunt up an Ovens and Murray score for you.
Okay, thank you. Robbie McKinlay calling for Albury Wodonga MG. Scott Skinner-Fraser, boundary side for JJ's Waste and Recycling. And of course, David Wink on the MacJack Shed Stats. Final terms for the X-Ray group. And the game just at a lull at the moment. So, Robbie, we'll go to you.
Yeah, that Union Hotel O&M update. Myrtleford 82, Lavington 73.
Gee, what a game that is. Unit try to swipe it out. Chesser, Hogan at the bottom, whiffing over him. And again, another stoppage. Rightio, Wick. We'll go to you, mate. We'll get our leading possession getter for both teams, thanks to 40 Winks.
Jacob Barber, he's up to the 25 disposals, and Brad Del Bosco up to 22 for Barnawartha.
And ball heading towards the chalk. Well done by Jamie Paul to keep it in play. Spins around, gets the handball out. Martin, Barber, don't tell me can kick this. Left foot has just missed. Through for one minor score. So 82 plays 41. 82 plays 41 on the Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance scoreboard. Hawks up over the Tigers.
In the Hume League, it is 50 all between Gindra and CDHPU. Thumping kick by Anson, but he's been good today. Tristan Mann read it beautifully, and he takes a mark right in the centre of the ground, and he'll wind it up. A thumping left foot kick. Keep an eye on Bartel from behind. Bartel grabs it now. Read it beautifully. Little left foot kick was smothered out over the boundary line. Good work there from Rocco. And it will be a boundary throw in. 15 metres around from the behind post. 82-41. Kiewa Sandy Creek lead. Barney kicked the first 3 goals of the game. Kiewa responded with the next 5. They've been dominant since.
They certainly have. Newnham at the back, Pritchard at the front. Newnham off the ground, misses. To the left-hand side, through for one minor score.
2 goals, 4. I've got Connor for today.
And he did break the century, didn't he, Robbie?
He did indeed. Brought up the ton, raised the bat.
Good effort. That was to the Lockhart's Gap Road and the 100.
Yep.
Down to you, Scoot. What are your thoughts here? I mean, Barnawartha, they've got to play a game next week, so they must get something out of this last 8 to 10 minutes, if you like.
Yeah, look, Adam Mudry isn't stopping in the tactics and trying to just keep his boys going and keep them motivated. But for Kiewa, it's probably a little bit of self-preservation time right now. Tristan Mann's come off for a rest. I'd probably leave him there after the job that he's done. Don't get hurt for the Hawks and try and learn a bit for the Tigers from here.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Scoot. Might be a bit of chipping the ball around a little bit. Now here's Sammy Johnson. Couldn't control the footy. It's gone back into a very congested pack. And it'll be umpire Warwick Henderson who will restart the play. There's a little bit of players dispersed to all parts. Up they go. Gee, McDonald in the ruck for Kiewa. That was Jack. And, I'll tell you, a big part of their improvement, Scooter, both Jack and Alex McDonald are two very much improved footballers for the Hawks.
Oh, they certainly are. Very, very reliable, and you can put them at either end of the ground or in the middle.
By Evans, being held over the shoulder by Vogel. So great call from Warwick Henderson. So the ball coming back to Evans here for Barnawartha. Isaac, short, trying to pick up Carter. Jamie Paul, he's Farwell. Spun around by Cooper Daly. And again, we'll have another stoppage, Robbie.
I kicked 7 on their old man here one day, Lukey, in a first semi.
Robbie?
Cam, yeah. Got him for 7.
Beautiful. Robbie just taking the trumpet out of the case.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Demizio and sees it across the line. Rightio, Wick. We'll go to you, mate. Thanks to Matt Jack.
Caden Withers has really put up a big fight. He's up to the 19 disposals for Barnawartha. Really trying all day.
So here we go. This is a business-like approach from the boundary umpire, and that's a lovely throw. Put Withers, nice little palm away. Look away by Hicks. Back to Hallinan. Tackled late. No, that's okay. Downfield was a cry, but I don't mind it. Clark Stanik's been all right today, I reckon, for Barney. Improved a little bit from his performance last week, and he looks like a cheeky little fella, Tommy Johnson, Scooter.
Yeah, he is. Got to know him a little bit with the interleague training and those few weeks. Gives as much as he gets, and
he does. He's exactly right. He's no harm. He's a little bit annoying, but he's a good lad by the look of him, and that's what football needs, those cheeky little buggers. And he's got the blonde tips in the hair. And here comes Jamie Paul. He'll look for Connor Newnham in the gold square. And Newnham, he can't bite. The sun might have got in his eyes, of all things. And now Barney will get out of trouble, or will they? They might not just yet. The forward pressure from Kiewa has been fantastic today. That was Kendellen there. Stuck his head over the footy. And I think TK, I reckon he might have a shot on this occasion.
Yeah, there was absolutely nothing Clark Stanek could do there. So Kendellen...
He handballs off again. On to Casey Marr, who drives it through for a goal. Another goal assist from Timmy Kendellen. Great outdoors player of the day. He's a team man, TK. He's got him...
And Connor's given the crowd a little bit as he's come off. It looks like Kiewa have bringing a few guys off to the bench now. But
good idea.
Kiewa have certainly not let up. 11 inside 50s in this term alone. They've just been absolutely relentless. And you can see why they are the favourite for the premiership. They've got stars absolutely everywhere, from full back to full forward.
The only 2 goals this quarter have come from handball assists from Tim Kendellen.
There you go. Hogan out of the middle, so they're going forward again. Good mark from Jeffries. Left foot, sends it out. Trujillo. Now, who's he got out the back of the contest? It's Anson. Gets around. Long kick, as he likes to do so often. Look at that for a mark from Josh Spence. A great outdoors mark of the day on centre wing. Here he goes. Josh, left foot. Short to Chesser. So it's been hard for Jack to work his way into this one, but he's not alone. There's Withers to Farwell. Handballs off. Walker streaming through on the boot, pops it up. Wilding caught at the back. Big contest at the front. Evans on the boot. Robertson waited for it, beats him across the chalk for 1- score. So 89 plays 42. 89 plays 42. The Hawkers well up in the final term, and they're on their way to the grand final.
Bullio have gone back-to-back in the Upper Murray League. They've beaten Kudgee War 17-7-109 to 11-5-71. So well done to the Bulldogs. What a week it's been for Clint Brunnemeyer. a medal and a premiership to go with it, a league medal. Now Evans, did he get one high? No, he's been slung to the ground by Nathan Vogel. Been a good little contest, that one there. Evans and Vogel. The release, got it back to Scammell, inside ball to Jeffries. Now there's pressure, and there's our man, little Tommy Johnson, takes a mark right in the middle of the field. He comes wide, and Myrtleford still lead by 9 points.
Chesser taken across the chalk by Alex McDonald. Scoot, crowd getting into it down here.
Yeah, just the Kiewa faithful. They won't give up. They know that they're in front and on the way to a grand final, but they're very vocal and looking forward to a fortnight's time.
Lukey can confirm Myrtleford have beaten Lavington by 9 points. They're into the second semi.
Wow, what a win from the Sainers.
Yep.
And Ginger up by 6 points at the 25-minute mark, boys.
Yeah, and huge underdogs against the CDHPU Power.
Yep. They're full strength possibly for the first time all year today, Gindra.
Gee, finals footy. You got to love it, don't you?
Oh, high.
Yeah, Hicks, and the umpire takes it in. So Myrtleford didn't play finals last year.
Yeah.
And they've worked their way up to finish in third spot, and they've won today against the Lavington Panthers. What an effort. There's Hicks, brought down, wrapped up. Oh, Spence and Hicks. No, that's okay.
Geez,
Umpire to take it.
Yeah, both sides today have been fantastic.
No, Spence is going to win the free kick for a high fend off, Robbie.
Sorry, Lukey. With their discipline today and their attitude at the ball has been fantastic today. And here's Josh Spence. They've been bloody brave today, Barney, but this is where they've been breaking down. Here, on a long lead now. Got caught a little bit far up the ground. So they're going to have to push wide here. No, Johnson says stuff it. They'll go straight up the guts. Evans will do the roving here. Ball out the back here. Chance tripping over there. They just can't take a trick at the moment. Poor old Oscar Wilding. He felt like he must have had half the Kiewa Sandy Creek footy side on him there.
He's had Alex Daly riding him for most of the day, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Take it away, Lukey.
Yeah, 20 out from goal. Pony Club in. Wilding goes again, picks it up. Hicks has got him. Strong tackle. Gee, does some work. Josh Hicks, Scoot Fraser.
Big second half.
He does. He's in and under all the time. Very, very professional way he goes about footy. And Ginger have won, boys, by 6 points.
Wow, how about that? Wilding, Sammy Johnson. Oh, just jumps over the pack. On the boot from Brad Del Bosco. Swings it around. Top of the goals clear. Free kick to Carney. Now he got his melon taken off his shoulders, Robbie.
That win by Gindra today, I'll just remind you, last week CDHPU beat Osborne. Osborne's first loss for the season.
Yep.
And the Power have had an outage. They're out.
A blackout.
A blackout. Here we go. And this bloke's had a good second half, Scoot. Jamie Paul.
Yeah, and you give it 2 weeks' time, boys, he'll really turn it on.
Yeah, righto. Here we go, centre wing action. Oh, great lead by Hogan. He heard the call from the big fella Telford, and if Guy speaks, you listen. Onto it was Candela, and looks like he's presented himself at full forward. Hogan again, batters up, kicks it to the advantage there of Jack McDonald. He needs a good bounce. Snap over his left shoulder, Jack McDonald. Union Hotel, goal of the day. And I reckon he might have a couple of frothies down at the Union tonight. That is a fantastic finish. Great work by Jack Hogan. He left the ball initially by... 3 points, Kiewa Sandy Creek.
You mentioned Jack Hogan's second half. He's up to 23 disposals for the game. He just does it week in, week out. 13 disposals in this second half alone. He's just worked into this one nicely and been one of the better players for Kiewa, in my opinion.
Agree.
David Wink for Mac Jack. Let's have a look. Matt Del Bosco got swung around in the middle. Hicks again. Withers has got him. Gee, two tough nuts there. And ball on the turf. So the umpire to take control on the fringe of the square, favouring the gap road end. So we're gone over 26 in the final term for Jappo Donks. Kiewa Sandy Creek 14-11-95 lead the Barnawartha Tigers 6-6-42.
Whoa. What's Hogan had for Mac Jack, please, David?
Yeah, 24
Yep.
for the game.
Demizio, long sweeping hand pass. And they go forward again. Here's Tim Hallinan down towards the goal square. Look at that. Martin's kicked the goal. So Dale Martin puts one through to the Gat Road end. As the curtain starts to come down at the Sandy Creek Reserve, the Hawks are into the big dance and they just wait or await their opponents.
Yeah, quality finish. Quality team goal again, Scooter Fraser. That's been the highlight of this Kiewa Sandy Creek performance today, which has been springboarded by this wonderful backline of theirs.
Yeah, and Demizio just did exactly what we're used to him doing out here at Sandy Creek, is making space off that half-back line, get to the wing, huge handball, sets up an inside 50, and they finish it off.
101-42. That's on the Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance scoreboard. They go forward here, Barnawartha. Wilding can't quite gather it in, low to the ground. Demizio feeds a handball out now to Alex Daly. He got round one, got round two, had to kick it. And there it is. The siren belts out across Sandy Creek, and it is Kiewa Sandy Creek who advance to the grand final in a fortnight. A big win over the Barnawartha Tigers, 15-11-101 to the Tigers, 6-6-42. 6 goals there to Guy Telford in a commanding performance, Lukey Francis.
Absolutely, Robbie. So 26 scoring shots to 12 at full time. And the Brown and Gold are through to another grand final. What a club they are. And the Barnawartha Tigers, well, just simply beaten by a better team this afternoon. We're about to go down to ground level and catch up with Scott Scooter Fraser, and he'll have our player of the day. So, Scoot, we'll see who'll pluck out. Who would you go for, David Wing?
Oh, look, player of the day, I think Jacob Barber's hard to beat. Him and Jamie Paul, probably flip a coin between those two for me.
Telly, big Telly. Kick 6.
He looks like he's grabbed Connor Newman for us, boys.
Certainly has. We'll go down to you, Scoot, for JJ's Waste and Recycling. He's just plugging Connor Unum in. Away you go, Scoot.
Plugging Connor in. What was the build-up, mate? You needed 2. Everyone was saying when you were going to get it, when are you going to get it. Does 2 weeks' time now just take a total load off?
Yeah, 100% it does. It just takes all the pressure, I guess, off me as well as the team. And now we just got to focus for when we come back in the grand final now, which will be good.
Obviously, being the team player that you are, how good was Telly today?
I know, he did try to do it for me in the last round of the year, so it's good for him to finally get a few in the end. So, yeah, he was unreal.
So, 3rd grand final in 4 years next week. Big build-up. Certainly, the way Fully's got everyone going, it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, it will be exciting. Just got to, train hard and just get there and be positive. That's all you have to be.
No niggles, you're right to go?
I'll be right. Yeah, I'll be right. No niggles for me.
Good on you, mate. Celebrate. We'll see you in a fortnight.
Yeah, so they came in hot favourites to the second semi-final this afternoon. Tell you what, they're on the back foot early, as we said.
Yeah.
First 3 goals of the game, Robbie, to Caden Withers, Oscar Wilding, and also Matt Del Bosco for the Tigers. But then after that, the Hawkers really clicked into the gear, and as you said, never looked back.
Yeah, I remember looking back at that scoreboard in the first quarter. It was around about halfway through. It was 20-0. But they did have before. There was a scoring end there, but you could score at either end. But it's a great way to start a game. And when you've got a red-hot favourite like Kiewa Sandy Creek, if you can put 20 points to nothing on them straight away, Winky, it gives you every chance. But this is where I thought Kiewa Sandy Creek's next 15 minutes of football, they responded with 5 goals. I thought that is why they are such a good side. They had a percentage of 385 for the season compared to Barnawartha's 173. They've doubled their score today. They doubled their percentage during the year. They are a really good side. They've got everything covered. I thought they're back. I know we had a lot of focus on forward play today, which is natural when you've got a bloke going for 100 goals and you've got a bloke like Telford. But I just thought their back line today, Winky, was absolutely outstanding. They didn't give poor old Oscar Wilding a look in at all.
Yeah, no, Alex Daly, I don't know whether the 10 goals Oscar Wilding kicked was on Alex Daly earlier in the year, but he certainly looked like he was never going to lose that matchup at all today. Looked like he wanted to just fight it out tooth and nail. You know, Cam Evans back there as well, Nick Carney. You know, they were terrific.
Hey, boys, I've got Guy Telford.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, half a dozen sausage rolls, mate. You haven't lost it?
No, mate, no. It was good, though. I mean, it's always been one of those things where we talk about you're only as good as your midfield, mate. And we started slow, but Jesus Christ, they come on good. They come on real good.
Yeah, well, after a start, they kicked the first 3 goals, and a lot of emphasis on Connor trying to get those first 2. But you only got to do what you can do, and the ball came to you and took some great marks and got on the end of them.
No, it was good. I looked after him last week, so he got out of the way for a little bit there. But it was a credit to him, mate. He's been awesome, and it's a pleasure to come back and play with these kind of boys. And I'm super honoured to just be on the field with some of these guys. It's a great side, and we've got one more to go, and I reckon we're in a good spot.
Well, that freshen up going up to the Upper Murray last year certainly got you in good form.
Yeah, long drive, mate, and there's no takeaway shops on the way home, so it probably didn't go too bad, did it?
Good stuff. Well, we've given you the Union Hotel goal of the day. I don't know which one of the 6 it was for, but well done. Look forward to the next 2 weeks.
There he was, Guy Telford. Well, it's hard if you can't pick up a dim sim or 2 on a way home, Wick. And obviously his decision to come back to the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks must have not hinged on that.
Well, he must love the Kiewa Sandy Creek takeaway shot, Big Telly. But no, he's been a super player in this comp. Won at Wodonga Bulldogs, and then when he came to Kiewa, he would have kicked 700-800 goals for Kiewa Sandy Creek over a number of years. Went away and has come back and booked himself into another grand final. I don't know how many he would have played, Robbie. He would have been at least 6. At a rough guess.
Yeah, the same here. And he's got 82 goals this year. And here we go. Can you hear that club song?
Here we go. Yeah, so again, the final score today from the Sandy Creek Reserve, it was the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks 15-11-101 to the Barnawartha Tigers 6-6-42. For the Tigers, Brad Del Bosco, so good last week, and I thought he played superbly again this afternoon, Robbie. He's a good player.
Yeah, you could have him almost in the top 3 players on the ground today, and I know Kiewa had so many, but I would hate to think what that score might have been if it wasn't for Brad Del Bosco today. He's one of the best finals players I've seen in the Tallangatta League for a while. Probably over the last decade. He never puts in a bad game. He's an absolute beauty, and he can hold his head up high. And so can Barney. They never stop trying, Winky. Once again, that half back line, the deep defenders for Kiewa today, they just never gave him a look in. They were absolutely outstanding. Apart from an early flurry of goals, which can happen sometimes early in a final where people are trying to sort themselves out, who's playing on who, bit of quick ball movement, but then they settled really well. And they were the catalyst for that victory today. I know Tristan Mann dominated the rucks, and we thought he would today, but this ground, Sandy Creek, if you've got a side that can dominate off half-back, set up that wall, you go a long, long way to winning the game, and that's what they were today.
Well, I reckon after sort of half-time, Barney really struggled to get it past the wing, and I've got intercept marks here. I had 5 in the last quarter and 7 in the third quarter for Kiewa, so 13 intercept marks across the second half compared to the 5 in the first quarter. So that tells you a little bit about how they went about it. They're going to take some beating, Robbie. They're a bloody good football side, Kiewa.
They will, mate. There's no doubt about that. So I guess if you look to Barney now, let's look ahead to next week. They're either going to play Thurgoona and Chilton, and whoever that is, I think they will go in as a favourite, and they deserve to be. They'll get the big moose back, and that'll do a lot because that around the centre there, they won't give up a lot. There's a lot of dominance from Kiewa in that area today, so that'll change things a lot. I think what they're going to have to do is really seriously consider maybe a Lockie Walker or a Brad Del Bosco to play a bit more forward next week. I think they're going to find another punch in there somewhere, how they can go about it. So, but full credit to Kiewa Sandy Creek today. That was a if that was a trial for a Melbourne Cup, they've won the Caulfield Cup today, Luke, and they've got the Melbourne Cup in their sights.
Yeah, you're right about that, Robbie. You're spot on. And what about Peter Jeffries? You just mentioned, of course, the Moose, Seamus Quinn out. He's attending a wedding in Bali. Peter Jeffries, imagine hearing that message, Wink. So you've got to go in and do a job all day for us in the ruck. And he tried so hard, but he was always going to be up against it, against Tristan Mann. So I'll tell you what, Peter Jeffries will sleep well tonight.
Yeah, he certainly will. I think he'd only played 5 or 6 games in the reserve. So for pretty big ask to get called up into a qualifying final. He tried his ass off, as all the Barney guys did, but big man, he took the chocolates in that one today.
He certainly did.
So now across the first three matches in the final series, and we've got 3 to go, Lukey, the thing that really stands out for me, having watched all 5 sides now, is the bottom 6 of Kiewa Sandy Creek are clearly ahead of all other sides, I think by a long way. And you can look at finals, and that's where you win them. Their top end's great, but they're very even. Yeah, in fact, there's not a lot of difference between player number 15 to 21 as there is from, say, 10 to 14.
I'll roll a few names for you, Robbie, that were playing in Kiewa's twos today. Jack Andrew, Ryan Wallace, Zach Monner, Zach Collins. These guys, all those guys would have nearly played 100 senior games of footy and can't crack into this senior side. This is as good a Tallangatta League side as I've been following the Tallangatta League for best part of 10 years now, and this is as good a side as I've seen on paper. And as I mentioned, they're going to take some beating. They're going to need something to go wrong, I think, for them to get knocked over in 2 weeks' time.
You're just mentioning, Robbie, about their back line, and you looked up at stages, and the Hawks were all set up in lines, and you thought, even when the Tigers win this ball in a good spot, how are they going to weave their way through this? And they've got some big, solid bodies, haven't they? They're a strong team, Kiewa, and it's very hard to knock them off the ball.
Yeah, and what they did well, that they realised that, with Barney's sort of limited focuses and options up forward, they realised any deep entry, anything coming from the midfield from 70 to 60 out, it was going to go to Oscar Wilding. And there was always at least 2 players there. There was either Alex Daly or Nick Carney or another one, or sometimes 3. And so look, they've got a great coach, Barney, in Muddy, Adam Mudra. They'll learn heaps from this. Whether it's enough to bridge the gap, that is going to be the trick. But finals is full of history, Luke, of big turnarounds.
Yeah.
But this would take a monumental one, but they're not out of it just yet. So, yeah, but I love the way they played, though. Like, you go through those, we probably just go through some of those leading stats winners for Kiewa Sandy Creek. That's obviously for Mac Jack Sheds. We already know that Brad Belbosco was an absolute standout there for the Barnawartha Tigers. Buddha Withers started the game really well.
He did.
He went out a little bit after that, but then it was just Kiewa. Those numbers would look pretty good, I imagine, Winky.
Yeah, they do. Jack Hogan, 24. Jack Demisio, only the 10, but still just had moments. It just shows his class. Jacob Barber led the way with 28. Cooper Daly with 19. Dill Blazic with 10. Jamie Paul with 25. And then Connor Noonan with 7 as well, and a couple of snags. As we head down to Scott Fraser, who's got the winning coach.
Zach Fulford with him. The post show, of course, for Border Cleaning Services. And we'll wait for Scoot to put his headphones on, and then we'll pick him up with Zach Fulford. We're trying to get Scoot's attention right now, and Zach's going to actually tee up the interview rather than Scoot. Here we go. Scoot, down to you, mate.
Good work, Fully.
Sorry, we were just covering off on a little bit.
That's all right.
I just said to him, you're a little bit quiet, mate. What's going on? I think the emotion's got to you a little bit, hasn't it? You just realise that you've made a grand final and you've got that chance that, as you just said to the boys, this has been 11 months or more in the making.
Yeah, thanks, Scoot. It's it has been, but I guess the journey we've been on as a senior group for the last 3 years prior to this year probably feeds into that a little bit too. So you can't do anything about 20, 22, 23, and then last year, but we're pretty eager to sort of to make amends for the last couple of years and give ourselves a chance of taking it home this year for sure.
So much leading into the game with Connor only 2 goals off. Whether that's a focal thing or not, but obviously last year's preliminary final loss, everything just builds and builds. So Was there any one thing that you sort of focus on other than like just trying to get into a grand final?
Yeah, there probably wasn't, to be honest, this year. Like we certainly tried in round 18 to help him get 12 goals, but we didn't even talk about it this week or before today, or even during the pre-match. But I guess the last time we played Barney in round 12, they gave us a touch-up, so we sort of knew that we needed to come with a certain level of intensity. I thought that was probably missing for the first 15 minutes, and then credit to our on-ballers who managed to sort of swing the game and sort of start to get some footy from the middle of the ground for us. And the work of the back six was really solid too. So our defence all year has been really, really strong, and I thought today again they were really, really good.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you said inside about the back six, Carney, Evans, Demizio, how good they were, Racker's 100th game. But I thought my best today was a huge effort in the ruck, Tristan Mann.
Yeah, he's Superman, wasn't he? And I think he's clearly been the beneficiary of having someone like Matt Sider on the coaching staff and working with him. And credit to Tristan because he's gone and done the work, but he gets some pretty frequent feedback, and you could do worse than get feedback off a Morris medalist and an ASI medalist, couldn't you?
Yeah, you beat me to it. But there were a couple of things today that I think Big Goof, as a mentor of Manny, wouldn't be happy with. One, he sold some candy and ran around a bloke, and two, he kicked long.
Yeah, he kicked long, so we'll have to have a word with him about just handing off and and maybe falling in the back of some of the opposition mids around stoppage a little bit. I think Fridge gave that away on the bar show, didn't he?
On the back bar. Hey, Telly, you've got an amazing bloke like Connor Newnham, and a bit of focus on him obviously to get to the 100, but Telly pops up and kicks half a dozen.
Yeah, no, he's been super the whole year, Guy, to be honest. And, his selflessness in terms of trying to support Connor, Jamie when he's down there and all of our forward line. Like, he's there to essentially, orchestrate a lot of things forward of the ball for us. And it doesn't necessarily always result in him kicking goals, but, to stand up in a second semi and get half a dozen, he does deserve that. So, no, we'll get back to work over the course of this week and have a look at next weekend, and we sort of gear ourselves up because in a fortnight's time, that's where we want to be, and we need to give ourselves a chance of getting the result we want.
You had winners all over the ground, but there's some pretty good silk and polish, I guess, from Hicksy. Look after him in the next couple of weeks leading into grand final.
Yeah, Josh was good, wasn't he? I thought Cooper Daly, Josh, Jack Hogan. And then you got Jacob Barber through there as well. I thought, we started to get some real ascendancy there, and Hicksy was really clean, and he's made a career out of being clean with his hands around contests. So, we'll see how they all pull up over the next couple of days, and then we'll make sure we get a bit done this week, and then we'll probably lighten her off leading into next week, but we'll make sure we're ready to go.
A couple of blokes behind us right now, Jace Bartell, Timmy Kendellen. Probably know every blade of grass on this ground. It's you've got some experience at your disposal in a couple of weeks' time. Jace popped up, kicked a couple of goals, and we're going to talk to Timmy, handballing off two shots at goal that he could have had. But tell us about that experience, what it gives you guys at training that you don't have to do all the time.
Yeah, well, it clearly gives our whole group the ability to sort of, get feedback and discuss the way they're playing, like without that having to come from the coach the whole time, because they've played so much footy and they're so experienced, so they can talk to each other in a certain way as well and demand certain standards, which is something that's sort of driven the group across the whole year. But when you talk about Jason and Tim and Guy and Timmy Hallinan and guys that have played a lot of footy and played a lot of finals as well, the reason they're here, the reason they're part of our group at the minute is they want the ultimate success. So they're willing to do anything, and often that means maybe not playing like they did 5 or 6 years ago, but playing in a different way. And I couldn't give enough credit to how selfless they are in doing that. They just want to make sure they play a role that allows our team to function the way we can function at our best. And I think we saw bits of that today.
Both seniors, reserves, and your A grade flogged it in the netball. So big couple of weeks for the club. No injuries by the look of it. What will you train next week?
We'll roll in Tuesday, Thursday. We'll train next weekend, and then we'll go again the following week leading into the grand final, Scoot. And yeah, I think, what a fantastic result for the A grade. They found it tough against Chilton the last few times, so they obviously got to work today. And yeah, well done to Kath Evans and Sharon Atry and the girls. So that's great. It's really positive for us having the twos in there as well. We'll continue to train as a squad for the next 5 sessions, 6 sessions. So yeah, but we still know there's work ahead. This time in 2 weeks' time, you get here, and yeah, we've seen strange things happening out at Sandy Creek. Everyone has, so we know we've got to do the work and set ourselves to perform again. And it won't be easy, whether it's Thagoona, Chilton, or Barney get back again. Yeah, they're going to be a worthy opponent, and we're going to have to be ready.
Well, we know you're going to prepare well, mate. Good luck, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Well done, Fully. Good
Great
job,
work, Scoot. Great work with Zach Fulford down there, the coach of the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks. Now, that was a comprehensive post-game interview,
Beautiful.
if ever I've seen one.
And even a nice little netball update from Fully for Atura. Well done. Great chat, Scoot.
They're a leading club on and off the field, and the way they share, like all their netballers were in there singing the song.
Yeah,
Kath
yeah.
Evans was in there with a beer, and I think she sprayed a bit around. But, yeah, absolutely fantastic for the club.
Good stuff.
Yeah, post-game for Border Cleaning Services, great sponsors of the TDFL live stream. We thank all of our sponsors today. Now, I don't know if you saw it, Robbie, but David Wink's work during that interview on the audio dials was absolutely terrific. Now, we've got to mention that man was under all sorts of duress in the opening term. I don't know how he did it. There was sound testing going on around him. There was
text messages.
That's right. There was phone calls being made. He had to take out leads, put them back in, headsets on and off. So wink to you, mate. You did a fantastic job there. And I don't know how you managed to keep the stats in that first term, but you did.
You just make it up as you go, Lukey. And,
It was good to see him earn his money for once.
Figure it out on the run.
Nah, Bush Broadcasting, and I tell you what, sometimes you just got to keep rolling, don't you, Robbie?
Bloody oath, mate. Yeah, the game goes on. So, no, well done, Winky. And, yeah, I guess, Luke, I'll just whip through those goal kickers before we wrap things up. Not too far away. Got a couple more minutes left in the broadcast. It was 6 goals to Guy Telford. 6 goals, 1. Then it was 2 goals to Connor. He started the day on 98. He got his second goal about halfway through the second quarter. 2 goals, 4 for him. 2 goals to Dale Martin. I thought he was really good. Might have kicked the first and the last goal of the game. I reckon he was good. Cooper Daly got 1. Jack McDonald. Singles to Casey Marr as well. And Jacob Barber and Jason Bartel. The 6 goal kickers for Barnawartha, they're all singles. We had Connor Whiffen, Matty Del Bosco, Buddha Withers, Jack Chesser, Oscar Wilding, and 1 goal to Jack Robinson.
Robbie McKinlay was calling for Albury Wodonga MG today. David Wink, of course, on the MacJack stats. Wink, we'll just grab our leading possession getter again for each team on the MacJack stats.
So Jacob Barber, he led the way with 28 for Kiewa. And then for Barnawartha, Tommy Johnson and Brad Del Bosco had 24 apiece.
Now, tomorrow we're back here at the Sandy Creek Reserve. Robbie, you'll be here
alongside
Gus McLeod. Winky?
Yes, yeah. I'll be back.
You're back. And the Peacock is in town.
The Peacock will be strutting his stuff on the boundary. And the challenge I'm going to put up to Scooter Fraser, I want to get him to do a live interview on the play, during play.
How good would
well,
that be?
He's going to run past him for at least half the game. And how good would that to be just get something from the man?
Yeah, of course, tomorrow the Chilton Swans up against the Thagoona Bulldogs in the first semi-final. Sudden death, the winner of that game to play the Barnawartha Tigers next Saturday. Wink?
No, hopefully it's a good clash tomorrow like it was today. We had a pretty good game here last Sunday, didn't we, Robbie? So hopefully we get much of the same.
Yeah, I reckon we might.
Between Thagoona and Chilton tomorrow, it's going to be, spotting a prelim final up for grabs. So everything's on the line for those two sides. No second chances, Luke.
Absolutely. And it was the Saints over the Panthers in the O&M this afternoon, the qualifying final. And tomorrow in the O&M in the elimination final, the North Albury Hoppers take on the Wang Maggies at Martin Park, Wodonga. So looking forward to that. So that just about wraps us up from the Sandy Creek Reserve. What's on tonight, Robbie McKinlay?
I watched Happy Gilmore too last night, so that's done. I reckon I'll just kick back a bit. I'll do a bit of paperwork ahead of tomorrow's game. You can't beat a Super Sunday at Sandy Creek.
Oh, loving it.
Yeah, and you'll be down at Martin Park, Wodonga.
Will be, Robbie.
Yeah, have a good call there. Great job today, Luke. You led the team beautifully here today, mate. And Winky, I concur with what Luke said before. You hand yourself with aplomb under a lot of pressure, and that's what life's all about. And Scotty Fraser down boundary side just loves it up here. There'll be a statue here one day, that bloke.
Certainly will.
He'll make it.
Yeah, he'll make it.
It won't be bronze, though. It'll be 24 karat gold. And what about you, Wick? What's on tonight?
Not a lot for me tonight, Liggy. Similar to Robbie. Do a bit of final touch to tomorrow's prep, but that's about it.
Yeah, beautiful. So that wraps us up from the Sandy Creek Reserve on second semi-final day 2025, where the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks were far too good for the Barnawartha Tigers. The final score again, 15-11-101. The Hawkers over Barnawartha, 6-6-42. From Scott Scooter Fraser, David Wink, Robbie McKinlay and Luke Francis, that's it for us this afternoon on the TDFL live stream for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. the smooth one. Guns, Twin City Cranes.